Free Breeze is a ship that fills every sailor's heart with delight. It's quick and vibrant like sunlight on the gloomy sea, bringing music and joy to every port.
That was a masterpiece! Miss Barcarola, my spirit is uplifted and I feel as though I have transcended the bounds of all joy. Your music is like a gift from the muses themselves!
No argument, no point we are trying to make is worth just treating people like garbage. People's real lives are worth more than whatever point we're trying to make.
What a coincidence. I so happen to have a similar device myself.
1999? 2005? No. 2007? Please, everyone, hold on to each other and follow the music!
What is up, guys? It's Chugga here, and welcome back to another episode of Reverse 1999. We're gonna fit the rest of the patch, more than 10 episodes, into this episode of Reverse 1999. I am so sorry for taking so long. I don't know, like, this semester has been just really crazy, so I just haven't had as much time as I would like to play the patch because I feel really tired. But hopefully now that semester's over, everything can smooth over and go back to how it was. Also, I feel a lot of my motivation coming back for creating content, so I'm really happy about that, and I hope you guys are excited for the next patch and are still here with me to get through this one. And yeah, thank you guys, especially since things have been really crazy, especially my personal life. Like, when I say crazy, I mean it can go from really good to really bad really quickly. So I just wanted to say I appreciate all of you guys that watch my channel and that is here for me. Yeah, I couldn't say that enough. I really do appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy the content. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into Reverse 1999 2.4, Last Evening's Honor. Let me just say, this is my favorite song. Guys, listen. This song is so freaking good. Like, this is the most peaceful, serene, like, home screen song you can have. Like, I truly believe that. Like, you just open the game and you just feel like so freaking peaceful. But peacefulness aside, let's finish this diggity darn story, shall we? I'm more ready than ever. There are things that I want, so I'm gonna have to hurry in the store. I'm gonna have to grind tonight, just so y'all know. That's the plan. The hateful hometown. Ooh. Huh? What is it? Whose hometown? Where are we at, though? Cumulus clouds drifted slowly across the night sky like the rolling waves of the sea, the countless stars glinting gently behind them. The damp sea breeze has laid a heavy layer of moisture on the surface of the ship. Standing at the observation window, the captain's face betrays no... Oh, there is a faint, hesitant sound at her door. I know Fatutu came to, like, clear stuff up with Miss Grace, because I know, like, she confused and stuff. Because Miss Grace was telling her a bunch of different things that just aren't true, and we know it.
Oh, Miss Fatutu.
Sorry.
I hadn't expected you to visit.
She's lying to you, and we know. Like, and to be honest, I don't even think Grace is necessarily lying. That's probably just what Miss Grace believes. But she wrong for real. Grace's faint face lights up, every inch radiating joy. She eagerly opens the door, affectionately pulling Fatutu into the room. She's too excited.
It's a welcome relief from the onslaught of greedy businessmen and boorish officials.
Oh, no wonder she's excited. I didn't even think this woman could show, like, emotion. That's just me for real.
All puff and no substance. Bloated, lifeless. They remind me of a few specimens of decay from my collection.
Hey, you know what? Actually, chicken butt, I'll bring this up later. Hold up. Hopefully I remember.
Decaying specimens?
I'll get a chance to later.
Grace,
I know I will.
You mean body?
Yeah, does Fatutu know that her people are dying because they're on this ship? Does Fatutu know? And Miss Grace don't even care. She don't care. Miss Grace don't care. But, like, are we surprised though she managed to addict her? She squints as she studies the faint protruding veins on the girl's hands, imagining the blood coursing anxiously through them. Oh, girl.
So then, you're here to talk about something else? Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, Miss Grace. I just wanted some advice, if you don't mind.
What if the people that you said were bad are actually, like, kind of nice to me? Like, am I supposed to still hate them? Or, like, what's the plan? What's the
Not at
plan?
all, my dear.
What's the
We
plan,
are
though?
friends, aren't we? We are venturing into the unknown, so it is little surprise that you feel lost. But disorientation is a dangerous enemy.
Alright.
I'm happy to help.
Hold up. I was wondering why I look so dark. It's because my lights aren't all the way up.
Relax and keep an open mind, dear.
Yeah,
We have
keep
a
as
long
open
night
as a
ahead.
mind as possible. That's what she wants, an open mind. A few soft, subtle noises come from the outside, but they are not enough to disrupt the intimate conversation between the two. Grace sets down her pocket watch, her gaze drifting past the slightly ajar door, a faint smile teasing her lips.
The thing is, I tried to ignore the outside world, just like you said, but I failed.
She's starting to like them, and she's regretting it. Fatutu instinctively lowers her head.
The idea of raising a spear against people I know so little about, even if it was to avenge my home.
Yeah, like, she don't get the point, though. Especially since she's realizing that not everything Miss Grace said is everything about everyone, you know? Like, not everything Miss Grace said is, like, the whole story. So she realizes now, I feel as though she realizes now that she does only know little about these people, and she's not really sure if, like, she could draw a conclusion right now because she doesn't know much.
I felt I had to learn more about these outsiders, to understand them. I'm sorry I went against your advice. I thought that learning about them would harden my resolve.
Yeah, because she said the craziest, wildest things. Of course you would think you would hate them more if you saw them.
I thought that I would hate them from the depths of my soul. That the hatred would be so strong that I'd feel no remorse.
We're not that
I would
much
see in them what you and
different.
Manus Vindicte do.
No, we're not that much different, though.
But
that's what she's learning. We're different, yeah, we're all the same. In the face of her wavering resolve, Fatutu bows her head in shame.
instead, after interacting with the people here,
The noisy musician hall, the bustling tourists, the bright lights, the sea shanties, they all linger in her mind.
Fatutu, my dear. There's no shame in having second thoughts.
The gentleness of her response leaves Fatutu momentarily stunned. That's how she
How
is,
could
though.
you not? This was but your first glimpse of a world so much wider than you knew. But you'll soon realize that it is nothing more than a dying corpse. Its lungs still clinging on to its last breath.
But we're all part of this world, though. Whether you like it or
The
not.
face rots first, you know.
When she talks, she's pretty much
It's a
talking about
nasty scene, I
everyone.
assure you. Those shrinking, putrefying eyeballs are always a headache for taxidermists. Next, the chest cavity. It rots out from the inside, bloating with noxious gases produced by its decomposing flesh, until it's ready to pop like a party balloon.
Why is she like
Even at
this?
this stage, if you were to hold your breath...
What's with her and
look only to the limbs,
corpses? I don't
you might marvel at
understand.
the
Has she
artisanship.
always been
Such a perfect creation.
like this? Thinking we just
Yeah.
meet her for real. Yeah, oh. Dang, did I not finish that? Yeah, whatever. She probably talking more about corpses. Fujitsu has never encountered such a warm and spirited captain before. That felt anything but warm for Tutu. That felt very cold, but you know, maybe that's just me.
Do you see the world any clearer now? Take your time. Think it through.
Grace lightly taps her finger on the board beside her, as if keeping time with the faint footsteps outside. Lost in thought, Fatutu remains oblivious to it all.
The outsiders are different from what I expected. Miss Grace, Are you sure they're truly evil?
Right. Start questioning Fatutu. She's like, silly girl. That's what that felt like. Grace glances out the window. Through the peephole, a strange vibration sound grows louder and more distinct. Following Grace's gaze, Fatutu notices an enormous shadow on the other side of the porthole. Can parasols and railings really create such an enormous silhouette?
They are cunning, menacing, and at times have even been known to engage in eavesdropping.
Yikes. The shadow creeps closer toward them stealthily and deliberately.
Miss Grace, watch out! It's some kind of monster.
Is it a critter? It giving critter. This critter music. There is no doubt the cluttering description has angered the shadowy intruder. Huh? No, it's just Barcarola.
It's here.
It's Barcarola. Scrambling, Fatutu grabs whatever is nearby, single lights, brooms, and heavy lines, and flings them out the door.
I'll protect you, Miss Grace.
What happened to Barcarola? No freaking way. I don't even know what she does. Can I use Barcarola against Barcarola? Cause that Barcarola, I need to level her up. Since I don't know how to use her, I will switch to Lucy. I don't think I need a healer for inside level 1, level 15 character.
Keep the sample.
Oh, she got 2 other crackle boxes.
And you had a good point.
Bro, Barcarola, love you, girly, but
confirm the coordinates.
you know what? We play these games. I had to beat up.
Billion.
Oh,
I dedicate this song to you.
I can't hate her.
Billion.
I love music.
And you had a good point. The benefits of field mapping.
Just wiped her out.
Than the Foundation's kids.
That song was fire. Not gonna lie. They need to put the trailer music in the game because that trailer song was beautiful. Anyway, the commotion seems to have come to an end.
Is it dead?
It and dead is crazy. Panting heavily, Fatutu musters the courage to rush out of the cabin. The figure on the deck is far removed from the terrifying enemy she envisioned.
Oh, it's you, Barcarola.
Yeah, Barcarola. I call her Barcarola, and you made her cry. No. A familiar tear-streaked face emerges from the aftermath of the chaos. The captain, however, seems unfazed by the disheveled state of her crew staff. Bro, she cares about one thing, and that's her mission.
Miss Barcarola, what a pleasure to see you.
Have you lost your mind, Fatutu?
Have you lost your diggity darn mind?
I've been looking all over the ship for you to thank you for the lamps you made.
Oh.
This is a funny way of saying you're welcome.
Oh.
Not even the rudest student in Cremona would attack someone for saying thanks.
An unfamiliar term springs from her lips, sparking Fatutu's curiosity.
Cremona? Where's that?
She being for real though.
That's really not what matters here.
Settle down, please, ladies. This was only a small misunderstanding, wasn't it?
Stay out of this, Miss Grace.
As both your captain and your friend,
Fred.
I hope that you might be able to resolve this. I do believe I could see you two becoming fast friends.
Fred. The captain's overturn are anything but subtle.
Fatutu here is eager to learn about the outside world.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you must have many stories to share, don't you?
What's your plan, Miss Grace? I don't trust
Consider
you.
it a favor.
I mean, that outfit
in
speaks
exchange
volumes,
for those sea
but
mother's eyes.
I know what you are. So when we were talking back in 2.1, that was 2.1. Yeah, 2.1. I'm telling you guys, she's a skill. Like, that's people are like, how is she skill more? It's probably her arcane skill. Her arcane skill probably allows her to do what she does. Like, I think it's very plausible that she took over the real Carla's body. People were saying that someone said that she probably got reversed in the storm and then ended up as Miss Grace. But Carla was never an arcanist, which means she can't reverse and become one. I don't think that's possible. I think once you're not, if you reverse in the storm, you're still not going to be an arcanist. So the only explanation, plus with all the evidence we found in that hotel room, is that Carla was trapped in the mirror. And I think she's not actually like a skinwalker, but that's her arcane skill. But I just feel as though she just stole someone's body for real. Yeah, I don't think Carla reversed and then changed, because she can't become an arcanist if she's human. I don't think the storm could do all that. I think it could just reverse you, but it can't change what you are, essentially. Like, it doesn't even change the way the person looks too drastically. Like, even like Mr. Carl, still a white guy. Mr. Duncan, white guy. You know, I'm just ready to see Schneider. I'm ready. It simply wouldn't do for a captain to leave those two in such state.
Why don't you take a seat, Miss
Like, I'm
Barcarola?
ready. I'm ready. Can you guys tell my energy's back? Look at me versus the last episode. I was freaking tired. She moves aside, extending 2 delicate hands to them. The girl takes her hands, allowing themselves to be drawn close. Then they lean. Oh, the sea breeze sweeps across the deck, dispersing whatever awkwardness there was between them. This is like a
You
little
were quick
cute
to gloss
moment,
over
like
your
with
hometown. Cremona, wasn't it?
frig, I don't remember. Oh, is this why we're talking about her hometown? Did she hate it there? This is like with Lepeta and Anjonala. Grace's voice is gentle and soft. Barcarola finally loosens the tension in her strings, speaking as it looks out over the moonlit water.
Cremona, the city of violins, as they say.
Ah.
See, I was born
City
in
of
that
Violins.
awful, dreary old place. But
You would think
I
a
don't like to
place
talk about it,
called
Miss
the
Grace.
City of Violins would be the most magical place on Earth, but okay. I don't know what the frick is going on in this world. Like, why would you name it such a beautiful name just for it to be such a bad place? Fatutu examines Barcola's expression.
But it sounds like you still miss your home.
I mean,
So
home's
why
home.
speak of it that way? Is there something wrong with it?
Home is home, which is home.
In Nikoteo, when we find something rotted in our village, we wrap it up in stinky grass and throw it in the ocean. Do you outsiders not do this as well?
well, it's not completely rotted exactly. It's just...
She furrows her brow, seemingly searching for the right words.
In Cremona, everything is bound up with the violin.
Part
How
of me
it's
believes
made,
this is the
how it's
copyrighted
played,
song right here.
Even the science of it.
So I'm just
It
gonna
fills the air
kind
and every
of
conversation.
talk over it a little
You
bit.
can't walk to the
But can you
taqueria
could
without tripping
tell
over a virtuoso.
this is probably very much like this is behind the song. If they play this again, definitely the copyright song.
They come from Rome.
So
Berlin,
please don't copyright me,
London,
Sony.
New York,
Sony,
Nairobi,
please.
Tokyo,
I want to
Uppsala,
be
people from far
monetized,
and wide, all
Sony.
crammed into one
Like,
town.
it has to be a
Not
song
day
that's
goes
like
by
official.
without a concert,
Again, I'm
a
talking
symphony,
over it so that
or
they
a festival
hopefully
musicale.
do not copyright me, which would be really
Am
awkward.
I misunderstanding
You know?
Because to the
Like,
Nukatai, the idea
there's
of a
probably
place
a
with
worse
music
part.
and festivals every day sounds
But
very...
yeah. Essentially, yeah, it sounds pretty fun. Like with music and
That's where you're
stuff.
wrong, Signora.
And you guys are
It's
probably
no
getting
fun at
annoyed
all.
with all my talking, but I could promise you this is the copyrighted
At
music.
least for me.
Unless it's
To
not.
be Cremonese
Actually,
is
I
to
have
take
no
pride in
idea.
its music,
So
its history.
I'm just gonna keep yapping
above
because
all,
this song
it's
sounds like it's not
violins.
an original soundtrack song. But I love
and you must learn
violins.
to love the violin.
You know what?
The viola, the violoncello, and the bass. Because there's nothing
as an orchestra
else.
girly.
Every quartet is a string quartet. Every concerto is Vivaldi.
She thought it was like
strings.
it was all string
the monotony
instruments.
is unbearable.
I see. Oh, the copyright music's done. Okay. So I see what she means. Like, it's just like all string instruments, but like that's not all there is to music. But as someone who's a sucker for orchestral music, I would love it.
The
Wait,
world
what the
has
heck?
so very many instruments
Is that a
as
clarinet
diverse
violin?
and as varied as the people that fill it.
We don't have one of
Even
those.
the shell around your neck could sing if you knew just where to tap it.
Wow.
But not in Cremona. That's why I speak of it that way, Fatutu. Because if I had stayed there, I would never have seen the music of the world and its instruments. And my crackling box would never have been able to know their sounds.
Fatutu. Ooh, she talking to you, girl. She speaking about you.
I don't have many instruments.
She talking
Not
about
so many
you,
as you anyway.
Fatutu.
But we were never bored with what we had.
Like, I know Fatutu loves like her homeland and stuff. I just think, yeah, like you want to experience the world. That's like me. Like, I want to leave my state. I feel like I've seen enough. I feel like I experienced it all. I'm ready to go. But like, I completely get the sentiment of wanting to see more that is in the world. It's like The Little Mermaid, which is kind of interesting with the whole sea reference, because she wanted to see, that's what she wanted. Ariel, she wanted to experience the outside world, know what it's like up there, because it's so different. And it kind of ties into the whole, which also is interesting, because Barcarola, who left her town and went, Barcarola, sorry, let me pronounce it correctly, left her town because she wanted to experience the outside world, and of course she doesn't regret it, blah blah blah. But and she's music inclined. She kind of reminds me of The Little Mermaid. Is it just me? Barcarola reminds me of The Little Mermaid on wanting to experience the real world and get to try new instruments and all that stuff. That might just be me, and she kind of looks like her too, so if not, look better.
I'm certain that your island holds great beauty beyond its music. If ever we grow tired of singing
It's
and
called
dancing,
the Island of
we'd
Violins,
go searching for shells or swimming in the reefs.
I still have much to learn about the world beyond the islands.
She's like, I understand Fatutu. She probably doesn't get bored of her own home.
Of ever returning home, Miss Barcarola.
But like, there is more to the world than just your island, Fatutu. And I think that's what Barcarola is trying to say. But Fatutu's like, what more could I want? You know? A seemingly most ordinary question.
Return? No, never.
Right? They won't even let her play her crackle box.
They're too set in their ways. Like old fossils.
Can you blame her?
My vision of music grew beyond them. And I did too.
Right. Barcarola cups her hands around her mouth and holds.
I won't force myself back into their little world.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell them.
Your determination is admirable indeed.
What does she mean by that?
Glad to hear it. Then my position is safe for another day.
How could it not be? You are the very star of the free breeze.
You guys could hear me drinking.
Uh-huh.
Like, she literally is the Little Mermaid, though, is she not? Is Barcarola not the Little Mermaid? She's the Little Mermaid. To me, she's my Little Mermaid. Barcarola's face lights up with renewed pride.
What about you, Miss
I have
Grace?
to tweet that.
You've never told us about your home.
It's a place of little interest to anyone. Not even worthy of naming.
That's cause that's another way of saying mind your own beeswax. Her demeanor is far more composed than the rambling clatter of Barcarola.
They say a musician must be free of attachments to be truly creative. Perhaps this is true of captains as well.
Preach.
No, that can't be right.
To be truly creative.
The Nukutai believe that to stray from our home is the death of the spirit. If we travel too far and too long, our spirit shells develop cracks that no amount of Nuku glue can mend.
Well, I feel like it's different for everyone, but I do agree with Fatutu's sentiment at least a little bit. You can't stray too far away from your home, okay? Your roots are planted somewhere, and you know, sometimes it's nice to go back. But at the same time, for other people, I can understand how it's like, I just want to leave, you know? That's me right now.
And from these cracks come an
I just want to
intense sadness.
leave.
The elders call it
But I feel like it's different
homesick.
for different people. Yeah, homesick.
Homesickness. See, we have this word as well. The sailors aboard often ask me to play the songs of their youth when they're missing their homes. So many different melodies. Thankfully, my crackling box has all kinds of instruments to suit their needs. I imagine it must be difficult for your people now. If you'd like, I could learn to play some of your songs and perform them. I'd be more than happy to help after all you've done.
That's kind of you.
Right?
I'm sure it'll be of great help to us.
Aww.
I'm more than happy to help, Fatutu. It is my job after all.
The girls' conversation seems to stretch on forever, but the increasing frequency with which they rub their eyes. Oh my gosh. They've been doing that too much, okay? I want to know what it says. Eventually, the sun climbs above the sea, painting its surface a satin blue, and as the ship's horn sounds, gem ripples spread across. Oh my gosh.
Has caught up with us.
Reverse,
lady.
please. Why do you auto do the parts that I have to read? Come on. I feel like they should do some type of pause, especially when it fades to black. Like, I feel like it wasn't this frequent.
Mamma mia!
I think I said it the last
concert.
time. Oh my gosh, her Italian showing. Showing more than Sonetto's. As she rubs her eyes, Barcarola catches a glimpse of the captain lightly shaking her pocket watch with something equivalently important. Why did I think they were gonna skip it again? Come on.
I promised
I
Signora
was ready.
Regulus a rock and roll concert, but I haven't even asked her what instruments she needs. Ciao, ragazze!
Ciao, ragazzi! With hurried footsteps clattering down the stairs, Barcarola quickly vanishes. I love Barcarola, sorry. I will say her name
Thank you
right.
for talking with us, Miss Grace.
Dang. Fatutu, keep up. She has waited for Barcarola to be clearly out of sight before speaking.
Don't mention it. I only hope that it was helpful for you.
Yeah, to be fair, you were. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give you your flowers.
I have one last
I
question.
need to see her true form, though. I'm just curious. She has to have a true form.
I was wondering, how do you stay so determined?
Oh, good question. Is she not gonna answer it? Is determined even the right word? The girl is kind of emotionless in a way. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Clashing genre. Oh no, is this a concert? I can already tell. It's a rock and roll concert. Let's go, Regulus. Let's go, Regulus. Let's go. Regulus stands on stage, cheering and dancing in a lively twist.
Hello, Free Breeze! Listen up, all my rock and roll stars fans and wannabes. You lot are in luck because you are about to experience the greatest, grandest, most radical rock and roll party of the era.
All right, I'm ready. Woo! Woo! Regulus! Woo, 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 Regulus.
Now get up on those feet and drag those little legs of yours on deck because it's time to
Okay, I'm
get
probably
those
tired than you,
old
Regulus.
bones
Let's be
jumping.
real. I ain't no little girl.
Just think, folks. One day you'll be sitting by a fireplace telling your grandkiddies that you were here. This is the night you become a legend.
Heck yeah!
Ciao, Regulus.
Barcarola bursts into the room.
Well, if it isn't our star musicista.
Musicista. Wait, how is that?
Isn't
That's
what
another
we
word for
agreed on.
musician,
I
but
thought we'd make our preparations together.
ooh.
What preparations?
Music is about the moment. Barcarola pats her chest as she tries to steady her breathing.
To
Does that
begin
help?
with, we must do a survey of our guests' musical preferences, then prepare a song list to match. Then we must carefully organize our transitions to optimize the flow of the concert.
Oh, we doing all that?
Wait.
Right?
Arrangements. Concert. What are you on about? This is rock and roll, love. A proper rock and roll party.
Right? Let's rock in some roll. Let's roll in some
No
rock.
arrangements? No song list? This isn't what I was taught to do in Cremona.
Well, Cremona is too strict.
As musicians, we have a responsibility to ensure that every listener enjoys an exquisite and seamless experience. We must allow them to savor the emotion and artistry of each piece.
But I feel like musicians tend to come, well, I think people tend to come for what the musician plays. They're there for like the music. Do you have to play like a specific tune? This is news to me. I don't know what they taught you over there.
Doesn't it?
Right?
Come on, no reason to get all hung up on the details. Music is freedom. The only thing that matters in rock and roll are the vibes.
Right? Let's talk about it. Let's unpack that. The vibes. Iggy's clearly holds no space for unnecessary formalities.
You don't use your brain. You feel it in your heart, babe.
In your heart, babe.
Guess your miserable old music teachers never taught you that, eh?
She right. You gotta feel the music, not let the music feel you. Wait, what? Okay, I thought that sounded cooler in my head. Barcarola furrows her brow. Eventually, her expression relaxes.
Fine.
Yeah, you're gonna learn to enjoy yourself when making music.
Just to be clear,
It's about
next
the
time
vibes.
we do it my way.
Okay, maybe.
Cheers, love. You're an inspiration to musical directors the whole world over.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I'm sure what Regulus said was a compliment or something. Flattery is often most effective than any incantation.
You can find the record player in the locker backstage.
Regulus immediately darts backstage. Turn off the lights. Connect the sound system. Check the stylus. Pick a record. Position the tone arm. Raise your hands high and get ready for a...
Is this what you call heavy metal?
We doing heavy metal?
What's that? No. First up is an iconic taste of psychedelic rock.
We doing heavy metal?
But I haven't even found the power socket yet.
The clanging of metal echoes from the lower decks, growing louder and clearer. Then the eerie shrieking flows, followed by what feels like an earthquake. While the guests exchange uneasy glances, Soneto has sensed that something is amiss. That is a
Timekeeper,
critter.
Those sounds are familiar, aren't they? Metallic percussion sounds, sprinkled with screams of pain.
Oh,
It's Manus Vindicte.
those black and bizarre metallic creatures rear their heads once more. Huh. The torrent of metal instruments surges up from the stair rails to the lower levels like oil gushing out of a pipe. Is this me or they came sooner than expected? Can we throw them overboard? The sudden commotion sends the guests into an uproar. They huddle together, whispering nervously to one another. I'd be screaming. Pure chaos. What the frick is that?
What? These persistent pests again? Which hellhole did they crawl out of this time?
Don't worry, Senora Regulus. I won't let them disturb your rock party.
Oh. I guess we have to let her fight. She stands calmly but fiercely before them.
You oafish barnacles are ruining the atmosphere and scaring our guests. I very much doubt you're doing this with the approval of Captain Grace.
They probably are, but also they probably don't even know what the heck you're saying.
You should be working in the engine room.
Actually,
not
they might.
noise up on deck.
They're working here? No wonder she's trying to talk to it like it freaking isn't lost it already.
Have you all forgotten the Seafarer's Code of Conduct?
Do they know there is a code of conduct? Do they know what they are? Do they even know that they're alive right now? They appear unmoved. The Foundation's investigators step forward, immediately taking command of the situation.
Regulus, get the crowd out of here.
Right. Barcarola, those things are dangerous. We've actually had to kill a couple of them.
Get ready to engage with these Manus thugs.
Alright.
Understood. Miss Barcarola, I'll ask you kindly to step back from these brutes.
Yeah. Italian to Italian. Trust me, they're evil.
Please, Senora. There's no need for alarm. I know they may look a little strange, but they're just engines.
Barcarola, they've attacked us a lot of times. There's no difference.
As our musical director,
They just follow
I have
orders.
some authority over them. Moreover, it is my duty to ensure all our guests have a safe and
You understand?
enjoyable
We
stay.
played these games before. We played these games before.
Now I see how the Manus kept themselves hidden.
They will follow orders. Fatutu quickly finds herself trapped amid the restless crowd. She stands on tiptoe, dazzled by the countless overlapping shadows and rays of sunlight.
Is that Barcarola? What's she doing over there?
Amid the curious and astonished gaze, Barcarola gradually approaches the dark mass of Manus followers.
If you've come to be entertained or perhaps for some music lessons, I would be more than happy to assist you in the crew quarters later.
Bro, if her 16-year-old self don't move over so Burton's 16-year-old self can actually handle it.
However, your musical talents will not be needed at this time.
I don't know how
as we
old she
already
is.
have a scheduled performance.
She looks just as old as everyone else, so I'm just assuming she also 16 until I hear otherwise. No, not yet. No heed is taken. Instead, a hammer is raised high.
Stop them.
Right. We'll stop them, alright. And guess who I'm gonna make do it? Guess who I'm gonna make stop them? Frick, I wanted to use them because it'd make life easy. But actually, you know what? Freaking know what? Let's get Barcarola in here.
The performance is about to start.
To be fair,
sit
I
back,
could use so many
relax,
characters right
and
now.
enjoy.
Dang, that's a long sentence from her. Let's pull out some characters I don't usually give a platform to. So I think since they're all insight level 2, why not? The frick. Okay. Let's give some of these characters a platform.
Stand with the others. Like this then?
And I don't use
Take
Kekanya,
my hand. You might
but she
feel better.
weaker. But she'll survive.
Oh, I got it now.
This team might be completely not good at working with each
Just
other,
another shift.
but we're not here for that.
Don't be afraid.
I've never used Kekanya.
Laundry time.
Let me just say. I don't even know what that. Oh, is that like an extra attack?
Hey!
Oh,
What I'm
there's a couple scratches. Kekanya's only taking more damage because she's weak.
All in moderation.
My next performance.
Wash up, Barcarola. This is what I brought you here for. Kill the crew. One more. Dang.
Just what I'm good at.
So that
Would you
means
care to lie
2
down?
extra moves. Okay. 2 extra hits from Barcarola.
These on my wings.
But that's still gonna be unnecessary. Okay. Kinda get it. I love her. Like, she's who I'd want to be if I was in this game. Please. Thank you. More and more Manus disciples fill the pre-Myrmidilli hall. surrounding those inside like trembling pen sheep.
What's happening? Why are they acting crazy?
Manus is manusing like usual. They're acting crazy. They were acting crazy before. This is them normally. She stands resolutely, putting herself between the guests and the crazed Manus disciples, her heavy breathing condensed on the neck of her crackling box.
As the musical director of the Free Breeze, I can't allow you to harm our guests.
Enough of your nonsense, foolish outsider.
Oh my gosh, I know who this is. Oh my gosh, am I surprised? A flash of cold light streaks through the air. Did they... Huh? Why? Why are they already on attack?
No!
Right? Like... Ooh! And then the voice actor showed up in my comment section. Okay. I know I have some unnice words for you, but I understand. Oh, okay, Fatutu coming in clutch with the protection. A shell-shaped ripple appears, deflecting the icy arrow. Why are you attacking?
Are you okay, Barcarola?
Fatutu the only real one. Fatutu darts out from the crowd, rushing over to Barcarola with no regard for the surprised stares of the Nukutai behind her.
What are you doing, Fatutu?
What are you doing, bro? Yeah.
That is an outsider. Have you forgotten your duty to your people?
You want to know what the crazy thing is? And this isn't even to be mean. But they came here, right? Well, again, let me just preface this as in this isn't to be mean, but like, let's be honest. They came from their island here. So wouldn't they be the outsiders? In a sense, like no one's an outsider because it's a cruise ship. But I'm just saying, if we want to think with their logic, but like actually, they're the outsiders. They came here, not the other way around. I'm just saying. Again, I'm just trying to use their logic, like their logic. But like, how it's actually supposed to be prefaced. But again, this is a cruise ship, so no one's an outsider. We're different, yet we're all the same. Type beat, you know. A stir familiar reprimand booms in her ears. After studying the shaken musician, Fatutu nervously turns around. Her brother figure looms in the shadows of the crowd. For the first time, this image deeply unsettles her.
No! Never!
She doesn't freaking understand why you guys are doing this and what you guys are trying to do, and...
This is not defending our home.
Right!
And it doesn't feel like avenging it either.
For real, they're not even like all these people here. They don't even know what's going on. Like, you're just doing what Miss Grace said.
What we suffered was not these people's fault. There has to be a better solution to all this.
Miss Grace saw Fatutu kind of like wavering, so she was like, "Okay, I gotta act now."
This isn't our way. It isn't right.
Yeah, you come here. Well, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie. The humans went to her, so I'm not even gonna say nothing. Fatutu stares fearfully as her brother draws closer. As he comes into the light, she finds herself staring into a face that is both familiar and strange.
Kamutsa.
Oh, brother! I didn't think they'd actually make it put the mask on. No. Kamutsa gently shakes his head. Inky black liquid drops from the seams of his mask. He gone. He gone. And he might be even goner soon, because that mask freaking does wonders to the mind.
Fatutu, we have no choice.
You have no choice because you're wearing a mind control mask. Okay. If I had Fatutu, I wouldn't make her do this fight. Let me just say. Oh! I thought we were about to fight. Okay. No? Dang. I feel real bad. Real bad. And look, that's Miss Grace over there on the stage. We finna have to listen to her yap. I already know. I played these games before. End of the sun. I mean, it is night, so it's moon time. The sound of scraping metal brings an end to the pumping rock music, painting a look of solemn fear on the faces of every guest. A light figure steps gracefully onto the stage.
We should raise a toast, one and all.
A toast for what?
For we're in luck's good graces to be aboard this ship. A ship? Perhaps one ought to think of it more as an art.
Why? The guests exchange uneasy glances. After a long silence, one guest hesitantly breaks the silence with a question.
What are you getting at?
Oh, I get it. Is this some kind of surprise theme party, like a murder mystery? Is that right, Miss Barcarola?
Barcarola don't know. She confused too. Barcarola is bewildered. Looks bewildered. The captain's sudden and strange appearance on the stage was certainly not part of any performance. At least not one she had prepared.
No, I didn't plan for any of this.
Ooh.
You aren't entirely wrong, though, Mr. Matthews. For this is certainly a surprise. If not so much a party as a ceremony. Allow me to congratulate you, our honored guests. Each of you with your unique talents, resources, and powerful connections.
I see why she called it an arc now.
Manus Vindicte.
She collecting for her Manus collection. She only got the best of the best on this ship. Let me guess, humanless ship. So, I don't know.
If this is some kind of joke, Captain,
there's no way they're all
funny.
arcanists on this
So
ship.
how about
I
you
don't
knock
believe
it
it. But she's like, she wants more crew. They're kind of understaffed, you know. They need more staff members for real.
There's no joke at all.
They're understaffed.
Unless you plan on throwing away your precious opportunity to join us in the new era.
To join Manus is to pretty much, as a human, throw away your humanity. That's how I feel. Because they don't even value humans, so... And that's why they turn you into monsters.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Have you gone insane?
He's asking the questions that need to be asked, but she been insane. Sorry, all Manus members are insane. Let's be real. They're all crazy. In their fear and anger, the guests make a leave, but the young man in a mask swiftly blocks the doorway.
How dare you blaspheme our savior?
Toa put it on too? Toa too? Like, did they think it was just a fashion statement, or did they? It's so
Toa,
over, Toa.
Ever since you put on that mask,
she didn't put it on.
You've been acting strangely. Like
yeah.
a different person.
The mask pretty much warps your brain, turns it smooth. She can hardly recognize her dear friend at all. Join us!
You're wrong, Salone. I was lost after we left Melly, but now I've never felt so certain of myself.
But how? Like, what changed? You wearing a mask and you think it's a look? Okay, sorry. You think it's a look though? It ain't a look. It ain't serving what you think it's serving. It's serving. It's serving something crazy.
You must ready yourself for the mask trial too.
She ain't doing no mask trial. Join us.
We must all be willing to sacrifice to bring our people into the new era.
What are you sacrificing? What did she tell you that you're sacrificing? Your freedom? Because right now, that's what you're sacrificing. He proudly pounds his chest as he glares disdainfully at the trembling crowd before him. I think Manus is always ahead because they do stuff more unethically than the Foundation. Like, the Foundation at least cares as much as they could care about, well, as much as they want to care about their people. But Manus, unless you Sophia with that good promotion, or like one of the heads like Miss Grace or Forget Me Not, you disposable. That's the point.
As for these ignorant outsiders, they will never understand the depths of the crimes they've committed or the punishment they deserve.
I mean, yeah, they're probably ignorant because they didn't do it. They're not the ones. I mean, maybe they are, but like, I promise you, like, most of them ain't the ones that destroyed your island, so they probably are ignorant to the issue completely. Also, they're rich. Most rich people are also a little ignorant to outsider issues.
Calm down.
When I said outsider, I meant like
bother with
not
these
rich people
outsiders.
issues.
They only care about themselves.
What's the net worth of this whole room before I say anything?
Only the storm can bring the change we need.
Uh-oh, the storm will change, all right. It'll change him. It'll change him for sure. That's what the storm does. Okay, which brings a bigger question. If the storm doesn't kill people, then why does Manus need the storm to come? Because it's not going to kill them. So then what's the point of making the storm happen? Like, does the storm need to happen a couple times before something crazy? Like, how is this getting rid of all the humans? Making your paradise? I don't know. Its audience cowers together.
Lunatics!
Yeah, that's...
Timekeeper, it seems as though the islanders aboard
That's
are
they
working
are.
with Manus Vindictae.
Except for Fatutu and... Well, actually, except for the girly pops.
There's no telling what else the Manus have up their sleeve. We need to
They're
call for support
recruiting
as
like
soon as
always.
possible.
They're always one step
But our
ahead, because...
communications are jammed.
They don't care about ethics at all.
Regulus.
They probably
Are you
don't even
able to
have an
reach
HR
Mr. Ulrich?
department.
I should be. I've got no clue where he's at now. He dashed off with the roaring machine, mumbling something about sound wave frequency and
Oh.
nuclide R.
He's collecting more nuclear R, you see.
Still, I might as well give it a shot.
Or is he
If I
testing?
can still recall Laplace's internal frequency, that is.
Sinetto, we must calm the situation before things escalate further.
Right? Chaos brings storms, and we don't want chaos.
On it.
The last thing we want to be is caught in the storm. But I think we got our umbrellas. Orders are issued methodically. Grace watches with interest as a navy top hat moves through the... Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
I guess this chick. For real.
perhaps you have yet to understand what the storm really is.
Yeah.
No, perhaps we don't.
Oh.
Because I remember what you wrote in all the flyers.
What?
The Free Breeze is equipped with a double hull and the most advanced communication systems available, capable of contacting rescue and support under any circumstances.
AKA the mask. Woo!
Yeah, and something about a stabilizing system. Why should we be worried about some heavy
No,
weather?
marketing mumbo jumbo. You know how it is.
Or were you lying to us?
Oh, they don't know what the storm is. The weather is the least of your issues when that happens.
Oh, the specifications of the ship are all very much true. No natural weather phenomenon could endanger us here.
We ain't talking about no natural weather phenomenon
However,
here.
The storm I speak of is not a mere matter of churning wind and thunder. And no double hull.
Are we doing what we did
stabilizing
again?
system
Scaring
could
people
stand
into
against
putting the
it.
mask on? That's what they do. But they did that before. So I wouldn't be surprised if she pulling a forget-me-not.
So, what the hell is this storm?
I don't understand why we don't learn some marketing mumbo jumbo to combat their marketing mumbo jumbo.
It is a cleansing. A deluge that will come to eradicate all the sickness of this world.
It's practically just setting a reset button in a way, but it's not resetting people back to who they are, which is weird. Y'all don't even know what that means. Y'all say gas, but she didn't even like explain
And
for
an
real.
opportunity. A chance to reverse our course. All that is asked of you is an insignificant price.
But how many storms does it take before you guys get what you want? That's the question.
Reverse? Price? What are you talking about?
Have we ever claimed a W as like
In
the foundation?
90s, veins turned into wires. In the 80s, skulls turned into geometric shapes. Oh, in the 60s, what fun we had then.
She really freaking them out. Yup. Fear mongering is what I think their tactic is in the foundation. I mean, in Manus. I see what they're doing. I see it. I see their patterns.
The entire world became a pop art spectacle.
I see their patterns.
And Manus Vindicta
That's your
has
mommy.
seen us through each one. For all these
Yeah, this
centuries.
exact part is what I was talking about when they were first introduced.
So,
They fearmonger people into either wearing masks or causing the storm. That's what they do.
Something weird will happen to our bodies too?
Well, they don't fearmonger people into causing the storm. They fearmonger people into wearing masks. Well, actually, yes, into wearing the storm too.
You are exactly right.
They do both.
And the Manus were behind all of this? Why?
Because the Manus are bad. Duh.
Now, don't be so harsh on us. We've made heroic efforts to cleanse this world of its sickness. But each generation keeps making the same mistakes. Economic collapse. Environmental crisis.
So what is it?
Endless wars and bloodshed.
That which
We had no choice. The wounds of this world must be cleansed. One deluge at a time. Now we are welcoming a new storm.
So they're just like, we're causing another storm because y'all annoying for real.
One that will reverse us to an even more distant past.
Fear and anger intertwine. The crowd is like a volcano on the verge of erupting.
You're a lunatic, Captain. You need your head examined.
Bro, that's what I say when I hear Manus too, but I think they know what they're talking about, actually. They're kind of smart. Like, I'm not even gonna act like they're dumb. They're smart.
Lady, you need a psychiatrist.
Oh, someone call Kakanya, because I think she needs a doctor.
But these things you're showing us, they really happened?
See, we're about to learn why we don't tell people about the storm. Even though, to be honest, I think we've already learned, like, this way in the beginning, but let's see.
No need to take my word for it. You will all bear witness to it soon.
Unless, right? Say it. The crowd descends into a hushed panic. Every lapping of waves can be heard amid the almost ghostly murmurs. This is the perfect moment to calm the crowd.
The storm is not coming. We are from the St. Pavlov Foundation, an organization dedicated to the protection and rights of humans and arcanists.
I'm waiting for a bomb to be dropped, but I ain't gonna say nothing yet. Huh. She said, huh.
Oh, thank
How
goodness.
cute.
As the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation, I can assure you, what she showed you won't happen here. Manus Vindicta are just trying to manipulate you into buying into their deception and hatred.
Ooh, preach.
Don't give in to this false fear.
She said, actually, we got our marketing team right here to combat their
Please,
marketing.
everyone, remain calm.
Another bamboo arrow shoots through the air.
Protect us? You? Don't make me laugh.
Okay, he ain't gonna listen to no reason with that thing on. So there's no point. Because usually doesn't hesitate to say, you need to pry that thing off his face.
Toa, wait! She seems trustworthy. Maybe we should listen to what they have to
Bro,
say.
he didn't want to hear that. Toa does not want to hear all that.
Really? You think these people care about rebuilding our home?
She's gonna reverse. Whoa. I see what you mean now. I see why. Yeah, no, I see what she was saying. See, she's not lying to you per se. She just doesn't tell the whole truth.
Were they there when Nukutea was hit by the Great Waves? Where was their protection then?
Well, they didn't know Nukutea was being hit by the Great Waves. Also, Manus Vindicta didn't protect you your island either. Just saying, it's still underwater. They said.
I'm not sure. But I just can't bear the thought that we might make a decision we'll regret later. I don't want to see any more cracks and scratches on our shells.
Right, I would think this would make that worse. Her cries cannot overpower the murmuring of guests, nor can they quell the raging fury of her kin. And they certainly cannot stop any poison arrow. Poison! Yeah, time to Ede Subido Sera.
This is getting out of hand.
Time to Italian
Careful,
these people.
Timekeeper. They're coming for us.
Time to use what we learned at the St. Pavlov Foundation. School for minors. Even though they're still minors. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, we're gonna swap out the characters. I'm trying to use. Whoa. What's the insight? Light work. Okay. I'm trying to use people who I haven't used ever. So let's see here. Wait, I want to have Micaria and Barcarola on the same team. They give girly pop. Now I need another dancing girl. You know, I haven't used Blondie ever.
Fine. Genius. Whatever.
Fine. Genius. Whatever. Okay, I don't know what their things are. I swear I have some of them. I don't have Barcarola's, and I don't know what she would use. I'm gonna assume it's that, and we'll just keep the— oh, Tooth Fairy's here though. Y'all, there's no way y'all can lose.
Embrace rather than resist.
Team Girly Pop. Serve Girly Pop.
Do you have any
This will
requests?
help.
We got dance and music.
Listen up.
Dang, I love Barcarola's moves. Isn't she kind of like a follow-up attack character? But it's not really follow-up attack.
Over here. My next performance.
You know what?
First thing.
I see other gacha games and I'm like surprised that Reverse keeps introducing new mechanics. And I'm like, why is it so hard for other games to not do the same thing over and over and over again? Like Reverse is really good in my opinion of
I am the
like
nation
not
of
doing the
stars
same
and
old mechanics everywhere. I wish that was not the chibi sprite and that was the actual sprite. I'm not gonna lie.
They are much
Light
larger
work.
than the foundations.
Like I'm like, it can't be like even Barcarola's like little counter thing. Like it's kind of like a follow-up attack, but it's different. The hull is in utter disarray. Labored breathing, sighs, and sobbing blend together like a sickly pot of thick stew.
This isn't right.
Right? She wants to say more, but the familiar scent of herbal incense suddenly overwhelms her. Sleepy reads, a herbal assistant used by Nukatai during surgeries. What?
I think you need some rest.
Some of these words are too big.
Huh?
Oh, heck
I'm
no.
sorry, Fatutu. This needs to
You're
be
not
done.
even wearing a mask, Salone. You're just complicit. You even have to put a mask on you. Salone catches her as she falls unconscious. I'm gonna put my money that Salone isn't actually going along with them. She kind of just like gonna be like, Fatutu, here's what's up, you know?
A fine
Kind of like
speech, Miss
Moldier
Burton. Such delectable righteous
with
indignation.
Lilia.
Surrender, Miss Grace.
She
Your
ain't
lies
gonna
will not
surrender,
succeed
Burton.
here.
You are 16. She has probably lived millions of years.
Why, of course. To tell a lie brings the harshest of consequences. Even a kindergartner knows that.
Grace surveys the hall. Countless eyes are fixed on her. Anger, hostility, confusion, disdain. She has walked through it all before and never left a trace.
Everyone.
She's a
Whenever there's
stormwalker.
an imminent storm, my watch here starts a countdown. But there have been no signs of...
Grace places a delicate hand on her raised arm.
What a coincidence, Miss Burton.
Oh.
I so happen to have a similar device myself.
But yours is broke. It's working. That one ain't even as cool.
2,
No way, Burton. Trust in your own.
1.
Impossible.
But isn't that a
Miss
regular
Burton.
storm?
As you said, lies will not succeed here.
Oh my
The question
gosh.
is,
Foundation's lame odd technology.
Is the liar.
No one's a liar.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Foundation ain't
I invite you
advanced.
to relish the sight before you. Here we are.
Is this the storm?
Last evening on Earth.
Okay, no need for title card. She doing too much, and she thinks she ate with that. She thinks she ate with that too. She did not eat. She ate crumbs. Bro, that was long. For just one chapter. Anyway, we're on the last evenings on Earth. But that can't be a storm. A call for, oh. Maybe it is a storm. Maybe it is a storm. The figure running down the corridor narrowly avoids another container, the ferrofluid violently swirling in his tank.
Lux's sake, I can't work under these dim lights. Could this cheapskate cruise liner not spring for some decent
Bro's been
halogens
running
or
around in the
fluorescents?
basement. Ulrich briskly makes his way down the corridor, the asymmetrical nuclide arc collection inside of his briefcase buzzing loudly. So the storm was coming. That's why there's asymmetrical nuclide R in the air. Then why didn't Verton's watch detect it?
Just as I expected. The closer I get, the more erratically the collector's gauge reacts. I must pinpoint the ship's current location as soon as possible. Wait, the readings are a bit off. Is it because of the seawater? Or is there an abundant load of nuclide R in this area?
He crouches down, laying the suitcase on the ground and pounding on it.
This thing must be broken. Oh, when I get my hands on the engineers responsible for maintaining this, I swear I'll... calm yourself and think.
I like
Did you miss
Ulrich. He's
anything crucial?
entertaining. In the last patch, I was like, But now, like, seeing him more, I'm enjoying it. You're a fun guy.
Yes. The oily slime in the power supply room. A rudimentary test showed that its refractive index and infrared spectrum closely matched our samples from Manus Vindictae.
The ringing of the communicator interrupts his thoughts.
Who's calling? Regulus?
Finally! Oh, I've been trying to reach you for
Bro's
a while
been
now, Ulrich.
living the dream down here.
Calling to check on the artificial storm project, are you? I still have a way to go. I'll call you when I need a hand or two.
No, like, chaos is erupting up here.
No.
Get up, deck.
I'm afraid I'm not offering you a hand. I'm asking for one.
Real.
We need you topside, you fabulous fish tank. There's a gang of Manus thugs here.
Right? Time to lock the frick in. Ulrich leaps to his feet amid the static. He has caught the most crucial piece of information.
The Manus. There's sure to be a considerable amount of nuclide within their masks. Perhaps I don't need this unreliable scrap of metal after all.
Oh. He said, okay, as long as I can continue my research.
Send me your location straight away, Regulus.
Yeah, Mr. Ulrich on the way. Yeah, no, it's
Where
bad
are these
in here.
Manus thugs?
A surging dark mass of people blocks Ulrich's view.
Lux's sake. This is a bigger crowd than I expected.
Have you been below deck the whole day? His bulb stands out amidst the crowd, causing a spread of new panic as they retreat from him.
Who is this fucking light bulb?
Hey, that's our walking light bulb.
My God, I don't want to end up with a light bulb for a head.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh. Ulrich nimbly dodges the hammer blow, intense electrical impulses surging through his body.
There we are. Another extract of asymmetrical nuclide R.
Though poised to take action, Ulrich is promptly stopped by the pleading hostages.
Ulrich, we're over here.
Right?
Wonderful.
Mission.
I should be able to extract even more over there.
Lock it, bro. He is immediately cut short upon entering the crowd. Actually, maybe he's locked into the wrong thing. Q. Uig narrowly avoids another attack before finally reuniting with the others.
This seems to be a bit more than a gang. Closer to a horde, really. You understated your situation, Regulus.
Your help is much appreciated all the same, Mr. Ulrich.
Help? Well, I'm afraid I won't be much help to you, Timekeeper. Fighting is far from my specialty.
Question. Will this mean he will never be playable?
Blimey!
He said, I ain't a fighter. Regulus feels utterly lost. That's why I don't think he'll ever be playable, because bro, literally... Actually, neither is X, but he's still on the field.
They
No,
seem
never
to
mind.
be corralling the guests. At least they aren't hurting them for now.
It isn't about
For
hurting
now.
them. She wants to recruit more followers.
Right, they're understaffed. Countless steely, emotionless eyes scan the crowd with icy precision.
Is there a single ship in this whole bleeding world that doesn't belong to either the Foundation or the Manus?
There was one that belonged to you, but you sunk it. Well,
Mr.
she didn't
Ulrich,
sink it, but
Does Laplace possess any technology
storm
that
sunk
could
it.
detect an imminent storm?
it would just be funny if she sunk it.
We made several attempts to do so in the aftermath of the second storm, but none of them proved effective. Since that time, we've become reliant on the storm alerts from the Foundation, or more specifically, from you, Timekeeper.
But it's not working.
Miss Grace claimed that the storm was coming, and she managed to accurately predict the occurrence of the anomaly outside. Yet, my watches show no sign of an imminent storm.
Well, is it what we really call what's happening the storm? This has to be something like different. Light rain is tapping on the porthole, so Neto unconsciously tightens the cuffs on her sleeve.
In any event, I believe in you, Timekeeper.
Wouldn't this be a different anomaly then? If it's not the storm, then it has to be something
Thank
else.
you, Soneto. But it isn't you that I need to convince. It's them.
She said thank you, Soneto, but not right now, sweetheart. Countless eyes filled with fear, suspicion and hostility remains fixed on them. She said thanks, Soneto, but no thanks. I'm kidding.
No wonder my readings were going wild. Apologies, Timekeeper. Though nothing would make me happier than disproving Manus Vindictae, I can't deny the possibility that these phenomena are precursors to the storm.
Right? What? Asymmetrical nuclei R's everywhere. Also, look. It is not a reassuring shower. The wind howls fiercely. Show or shower? The horizon has become almost completely obscured. Far off islands are faintly visible. Reefs blend into one another as if smeared with an even darker shade of paint. Amid the crowd, people slumped to the ground, their sobs lingering in the air.
Please, everyone, listen. We have to stay calm.
Struggling to her feet with the help of her crackling box, Barcarola raises to fill her duty once again.
I asked you to put your faith in me and in the free breeze.
Is she not the little mermaid of this ship, bro?
I should have never come to this party.
Oh.
I want to go home. I'm scared.
Someone help us. Please.
Barcarola's voice is utterly drowned out by the wails of the crowd.
What can I do to get these people's attention?
A massive sound resonates from below the ship, sending a vibration so strong that many are thrown to the ground.
What? What's happening?
Oh, brother, I'd be even more scared of drowning at this point.
Due to low visibility at sea, some public services on the free breeze will be temporarily suspended. We apologize for any inconvenience caused.
Not the time, bro.
We are now entering an area of treacherous reef. During this time, there may be some sharp shifts in course.
Someone's still steering this thing? Where?
In order that we might reach the new era as soon as possible, the free breeze will forge ahead at full speed.
Huh? So what's the plan?
Please stay indoors, and in case of emergency, hold on to the handrails.
There's like 50 million of us.
I repeat, please stay indoors and hold on to the handrails.
So you don't get thrown overboard.
Why in the world is the free breeze going full speed?
Right? I thought I was crazy and misheard him. He said, oh, these reefs, yeah, be careful. We're going full speed through them, by the way.
To embrace the future.
To scare y'all even more. That's what she's doing.
But if we strike any of these
But the
reefs,
masks
damage
don't
could be
help us breathe
catastrophic.
underwater. That's the point, bro.
Not as catastrophic as missing our chance to embrace the storm.
There's either way, it's so over for us. That's what I'm hearing. It's just over. Everyone, can you swim? Can you swim? Her softly spoken words fall on deaf ears.
Blue, I won't stand for this. You're just trying to scare us into joining your cult.
Hey, it's either join the cult or join the fish at the bottom of the sea. I don't know.
There's no reef, no storm at all. This is trickery, and I intend to prove it.
Okay, go outside.
Do as you wish, sir.
Go outside. I know it's gonna be bad.
Please watch your footing. The wind is howling outside.
You could not pay me to prove it to her. I would not stick it to this woman. She's too crazy. She gives a polite nod as the guest storms out of the cabin.
Look, I'm standing firm as a bolt.
And whether it's the storm or a storm, you still probably shouldn't be outside. The guest stands firm on the deck, like a warrior singing triumphantly between scaling cliffs and whirlpools. That is, until he's struck by the power of the wind. Oh, bye-bye now. His scream is quickly drowned by the storm as he vanishes into the void. Once again, one guest pulls the hatch closed again, blocking out the howling outside and returning to the oh my gosh.
Gone.
Oh my gosh.
Miss Grace, you murdered that man.
Yeah, that's murder, by the way. Murderer.
What an utterly baffling accusation. Have I
I knew she would say this.
Stabbed him? No. The choice was always in his own hands.
But you knew what was gonna happen and you let him go out anyway. But to be fair, like, I don't know. Is this the same argument as when someone is complacent to letting someone get killed? And like they know about it, but like it still happens, and like they knew that would happen. Are they still considered a murderer in that sense? The hall remains silent. After a long while, one quivering guest steps forward.
Captain, you said you'd save us if we joined Manus
Oh.
Vindicte, right?
Now it ain't no cult. Now it's like, what is it?
It's not as simple as that, I'm afraid. But relax. There is only a small trial to
But
pass.
she does trials, which is
Then
interesting.
the new era waits.
She gestures to an all too familiar mask sitting silently on the
You may feel a
table.
little disoriented, but your body will be in no danger.
Your mind will be, though.
So, if we all put on these masks,
They do this
nightmare will
every
be over?
time. This is how they do it. This is how they recruit, and this is why they're always outnumbering us for real. They try and give people what they want.
Give me the mask.
Bro, you're gonna lose yourself. You definitely won't go back to the way you are. Don't let the child wear the mask.
Lambs, this will be the bravest leap you've ever taken over the fence.
Oh, it's so over. So Nessa turns to the crowd. Oh,
Please, everyone, don't fall for her lies.
she's lying to you, bro. Which one would you rather
She doesn't offer you
believe?
salvation, but slavery.
Right.
Don't give up your free will.
But may I ask? So Neto was a mental slave to the Foundation as well when she was a kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like there's so many parallels between Manus and the Foundation. Like, so Neto was also like pretty much just locked into their crazy doctrine. I wouldn't even say it was far too different from Manus Vindicte. So I don't know. I don't know.
Listen to her.
It wasn't
We've got to be free to
Vertin.
choose for ourselves.
Right? Isn't that the kind of stuff Vertin was telling the Foundation sing back when she was a kid. Just saying.
Rock, blues, classical, or heavy metal.
We didn't have those rights
matter.
before
Each
to
of us
choose.
is our own melody. The Manus will take that from you.
Come on, play something, Barcarola. Calm
It's
them
our
down
turn,
with your music.
Timekeeper. I'm at your command.
Nice.
All right.
Like, I still
Our
don't think
priority is to bring the guests back to
what's
their senses.
happening is a storm. This has to be something different. This can't be the storm. I think she's trying to cause the storm, but like the storm can't be coming. Okay, I'm gonna switch you out for
Time for treatment.
Isolde because I need some melodies.
Let the overture begin.
We got music and dance. Let's go.
Everyone,
Music and dance
please
team.
listen to me. The storm isn't coming anytime soon.
Right, you gotta trust Verton's watch.
The St. Pavlo Foundation will ensure your safety.
But you and your foundation have been hiding the truth behind the storm from the public. How can we trust you?
Cause look how y'all acting. See, they don't know what causes the storm, and that's the thing though. Like, think about it logically, you know? So Neto, come on! Rebuttal!
Don't lose hope. The Foundation and the LSCC have been working hard to overcome the storm, and we've never been so close to achieving it.
Because chaos causes the storm, and if we told everyone about the storm, would that not cause chaos?
Really? Is that true?
Yeah, look at these cool umbrellas.
Yes. Our research on the storm is on the verge of a breakthrough, one that will benefit everyone.
Yeah, we're actually trying to save humans, unlike a certain group somewhere.
Come on, guys. Do you really want to plaster one of those things on your face? You'll never be able to eat again or listen to music.
Right.
Blimey.
Which
what
is sad
kind
that
of life
the
would that be?
Nukatai that they put it on, because it's like, dang.
Don't waste your breath on these lapdogs. They're all bark and no bite.
Well, you have the mask on your face, so I don't know if you're one to talk. I don't know if you're living it lavishly right now. Get him, Isolde. We got dancing girly pop and 2 music girls.
Take a deep breath.
What an awful racket you make.
Saxophone. Right.
Come on.
The melodies of wind and waves.
Yeah, we're gonna defeat them with music and dance.
Journey to the cosmos.
Music and dance. Come on, girls. Kill them with music and dance. That's what this team is. The music and dance team.
Listen up.
Music and dance. The power of music. And dance. Oh, Nukatai.
I can hear it.
Ooh, 2 olds.
I am the waves in the ocean.
I really
and the
wish
stars
that
in the
wasn't
sky.
a chibi figure. It would look so cool if it was actually Mercurius face.
Now for the crescendo with fortissimo.
Music. The power of music. Her ult is so pretty. Like, the ults are getting better and better in this game. Oh.
Take a deep breath.
With the power of music, ladies. With the power of dang, not letting Isolde do a thing. She just standing there looking pretty. Y'all really don't want her to do nothing. Just let her get punched, but not fight back. Okay, finally.
Listen to the melodies of
But nah,
wind
he
and
dead.
waves.
The civilians have calmed down,
We just
Timekeeper.
beat the crap out of Manus, and the civilians are calm. Sounds like a storm is coming.
Take a moment. I'll deal with the rest.
Ooh, calm.
No, Sinetto. This crisis is far from over. Good grief. How many passengers are on this bloody thing?
Huh.
The curtain has fallen.
That is a perfect ending. Thank you, Isolde. Because it really, really freaking has. The guests remain in turmoil as the believers and skeptics argue among one another. Fear and confusion quickly spread through them, like ink and water, and soon...
I did it! I put on the mask!
You're fighting to put it on?
I'm saved! Thank you, Miss Grace!
What? Physically trying to start. Now, think about it. If they want to put the mask on, let them put the dang mask on.
It hurts so much.
I mean, we tried to warn you. It wasn't gonna feel that good. Okay, so now that we have 2 examples of how terrible this actually is, we're not gonna put it on.
More of these people give in to their fears.
Look at her! Look at her! And look at him! Her voice is almost entirely drowned out by the roaring crowd.
These stubborn outsiders must be silenced. Take them away. Let our revenge begin with them.
Like, do you hear what they're saying? No, not for Nukateo! This isn't what Nukateo needs.
Take my troubled sister back to her room. The softness of her heart has clouded her judgment, just as her shell shows.
Chief.
Shalom. Black ink seeps to stain every one of their faces. The unheaved has engulfed the Nukatai along with their countless innocents.
Mom, I want to go home. Just think if something happened, sweetheart. Remember that toy your dad bought you? It's waiting for you at home. We'll be there soon. Just put this on.
Everyone here has a home, not just you guys, Nukateo. People want to go back to their homes too. Oh my gosh, I want to be comfortable. Hold up. People want to go back to their homes too. Nukateo. Trembling, the mother slowly lowers the mask to her child's face. No. Please, no. You're not gonna go home if you put it on, bro. I promise you. Barcarola lunges forward, knocking the Manus mask out of her hand. Putting it on a child is crazy.
I don't believe your job description permits you to interrupt our guests.
Well, I don't think your job description permits you to sail us into the storm either, but I mean, I don't make the rules.
I don't understand, Captain Grace.
Like, screw the job.
Why are you letting this happen? Why are you doing this?
Because she Manus, and that's what they do. They ruin lives. Grace carefully picks up the still humming mask and brushes the dust off. She steps forward.
Cheer up, dear girl. Hold that chin up high. Now that's the spirit. The brightest star.
Her calming demeanor is very much different to Forget-Me-Not 100%. I think Forget-Me-Not will crashes out a little bit when he has to. But like, I don't think Grace has it in her, and that's what makes it more scary. Like, she very calm.
Just take a look.
Forget-Me-Not crashes out.
Are waiting for your next show.
She's kind of like Arcana, in a way. Wouldn't be surprised if that's Arcana.
Won't you play some of those beautiful melodies?
Undercover.
But Miss Grace, what do you mean?
Like, I would
by
not be
the
surprised
storm
at all.
And diseases of the world and this new era.
She's just like Arcana, because Arcana was also super calm. Like, Arcana, like her and Arcana have a lot of similar mannerisms. I wouldn't be surprised if that's undercover Arcana. This is her new disguise.
Oh, it's all so much simpler than you think, Miss Barcarola.
Imagine that's what they did.
Era,
but I
all
doubt
that you hated in this time
that's what
will
it is.
vanish, as if it had never been there at all. The city of violins you swore you'd never return to will soon be forgotten. Washed away in the coming storm. Your wish will come true. You'll never need return to it. You couldn't even if you tried.
She crazy.
Never again?
Right. Memories of her home returned to her as if they were just yesterday. The towering bell tower of the cathedral and creaking footbridges of the dock and ceremony music festival competitor list that never displayed her name, and the distant scent of torta and risotto. She had been far away from that world for so long, yet there before her, she sees it again. The report card scribbled with the ink.
What was it you said about that rotten little town? The monotony
the ink soaring in the wind.
Disappointment of those old
Red ink.
fossils and their little worlds.
Let me guess, they didn't like her playing like a different instrument, but she didn't want to just play the boring violin.
Never wanted to go back.
But like
Now,
home is
keep your hands
home
steady
is
this time, my
home.
dear. You must be certain.
Cold metal meets Barcarola's hand, joining her. Oh my gosh. Her trembling hand reaches for a particular silent instrument. She cradles it in her arms.
My crackling box.
A familiar texture on the adhesive holding together reassures her. She runs her fingers over it before greedily moving on to the rest. Then, in the intricate structure of the instrument she created, she finds all the pieces of that familiar thing. A fingerboard, strings, a sound post, a bridge, tuning pegs, a violin. A sudden warmth burst forth within her, urging her to push the mask aside. Is that Fatutu? Or... No, she pushed it aside. Oh. Oh. Excuse me. A new page turned. We got 8 left.
I'm confused, Toa. If these disbelievers are a danger to our vengeance, why are we only locking them up? Shouldn't we just toss them overboard?
The chief wants Fatutu to decide how to deal with them. A test of her allegiance and her conviction.
Bro,
After she puts on
Fatutu
the
ain't
mask, of course.
Delulu.
You're afraid, Salome. Don't be. The trial isn't difficult. I see things so clearly now.
Dang, not gonna lie. The voice actor ain't. I forgot his name, but you did a great job if you're seeing this.
I don't know, Toa. I trust in Kamutsa's leadership.
I'm not really mad at Toa because he's wearing the mask, and I can't really be mad at him when he's wearing the mask because, like, I don't know if he'd have the same stance if he wasn't wearing the mask. So right now, I'm kind of just like, come on, bro.
Just like always.
But if he was
You're
doing
waiting
this
for
with no
everyone else
mask.
to test the water before you jump.
Oh, never mind. He clocking her.
I just feel that there's something wrong.
Right, which is completely different from what the frick you're saying. Never mind. Never mind.
You say you're
He's trying to clock her on her teeth.
But I hear your chains clinking. You're shaking too.
Ooh.
Shut up. That's only because we're in a freezer.
Oh. Dang. A familiar place.
Blimey, locked up again. At this rate, I'll have my imprisoned on all 7 continents bingo card before I turn 20. It's an honest bet I've spent more time behind bars than my own home.
Regulus, honey, sweethearts, honey bunch of oats. That is not what you think it is. That is not the moment.
You had a home. Beyond the ship, I mean.
Also true. Also true. I also didn't know either. What's here?
I do, love. The whole of London is my home.
Oh, she a nomad of London.
I've walked its streets. I've inspired its people. I fought for its music. Its spirit stamped on my very soul.
You know what? She fought for what's right. Music. She paces back and forth in the cell as she passionately proclaims her cause. Rebellious artists often fall into such radical expressions.
And jolly old London will always have a harbour open for this captain and her apple as a token of... Wait, Barcarola, what are you doing here?
She's like, you're in prison too? A familiar silhouette appears in the prison door window.
Well, I suppose those tin heads aren't the type to appreciate a true artist. Jealous of our talents, no doubt.
Miss Grace said to give you special treatment, Barcarola. But I warn you, these prisoners are ours to deal with. So don't get any ideas.
What? Barcarola, don't tell me you're siding with these tone-deaf goons!
I was silently waiting to see what she does. The door creaks open and Regulus stumbles back a few steps. What greets her isn't familiar sweetheart of the ship, nor an elegant musician, but a tear-streaked, almost disheveled and helpless face of a young girl. she's been hurt.
I'm just confused. It seems like there's only one way forward, but the captain said that only those who put on the mask have a chance to survive the storm.
The storm isn't coming though. I trust Vertin more than her freaking time watch from an antique shop. Her Goodwill time watch, I don't trust that. I truly don't. She probably timed that phenomenon well because she's probably the reason why it happened, to be fair.
And that everyone else, the unbelievers, the Forsaken, will vanish.
Like the way they think like the storm is something made for them, but then they also believe the Foundation made it or whatever.
Miss Vertin, tell me the truth, please. What will happen if I put it on?
Her voice is almost entirely drained of strength. Aww.
If I reach this beautiful new era Miss Grace speaks of, what will happen to Cremona? The streets, the cathedral, all of the people I grew up with. Will I ever be able to see them again?
The truth is, after the storm, there may still be a Cremona. But every face, every song, every brick from each house to the cathedral will be different.
Mm-hmm.
The storm will wash away almost all traces of this era.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still help us, Miss Barcarola.
Me? How?
No matter when the storm arrives, we must fight till the last second.
Right. Just like Kakanya did.
To help as many people survive as possible.
I need some time to think.
Bang. The door slams open again.
Your visiting time is over, Barcarola.
Wait, that was just visiting hours? I thought she was getting locked up in here with
Better
us.
not overstay your welcome.
Barcarola wipes her tears from her eyes, taking a deep breath as she tries to steady herself.
I have another request. Could you tell me where Fatutu is? I just want to see her, is all. As a friend.
She is our friend, you see. We are friends. Really good ones. And she likes me. As a friend. The captain's cabin is calm compared to the carefully crafted atmosphere of fear and eeriness on the rest of the ship. Click. A delicate hand turns the knob on the radio, switching it to a more secretive frequency.
They're well aware of your contribution.
Oh, brother. It's Forget-Me-Not making his timely appearance every time the storm shows up. He doesn't want to miss it. He has to get... That's why his name is Forget-Me-Not. He doesn't want you to forget him. Every now and then he'll pop up.
To follow their divine guidance, we must be willing.
Think she would call like
both
Sophia or something, who has a higher seat than Forget-Me-Not at this point.
Well done, Apostle Grace. To think those white suits are so sure.
I swear, the more I learn about them, they are more like a cult. They even talk in culty. They didn't call each other like apostles until after Arcana died, I have the feeling.
I can imagine it now.
Like, Manus feels different a little since Arcana died.
Let us honor them as eternal.
I mean, I think that's obvious though.
How pathetic.
I think it was different when Arcana was here, for sure. Despite the static, the ridicule in Forget-Me-Not's tone rings clear.
Oh, and what about this Laplace rat that I hear is stowed away on board?
I still think you freaking need therapy, bro. I didn't forget. Like, that's like hundreds of episodes ago. You still need therapy.
Yes, the awakened feral.
Like, you need to unpack whatever you were talking about
contributors to the creation
in chapter
of the
4.
umbrella.
No, in chapter 2, you need to unpack that with a therapist.
Let's hope his little umbrella Because if he isn't careful, he may end up in much deeper waters.
Are you gonna sink the ship?
The ritual materials are nearly assembled, and we are accelerating our recruitment.
See, they're doing something. Like, it's not...
But the Nukutai spirit shells have yet to reach their most optimal form. It could hinder the stability of the ritual if they're not immersed in pure negative emotion.
Ooh.
Your commitment to quality is impressive, but the shells needn't be perfect to perform as needed. Do not waste time unnecessarily. Do you understand, Apostle Grace?
I still don't like him. Never did, never will. Never did, never will.
Learned from the last failure.
What was the last failure, may I just say?
Yes.
What are we talking about? Exactly. What was the last failure?
Excellent. A teleportation array has been set up for you, but it will last only a short while. You must begin the ritual as soon as your ship reaches the target location.
And then dip, huh? She leaving.
Manus Vindicte awaits your return.
No way. She finna do it and leave everyone here.
Yes, Mr. Forget-Me-Not.
We haven't used one of those teleportation tapes in freaking... since the first freaking... This is the prologue. The communication ends, leaving only an echo of final words spoken through it. Grace raises a pale hand and gently caresses the intricate patterns on the spirit shells. Silence fills the room. Like I said, Forget-Me-Not never wants you to forget him. That's why he's called Forget-Me-Not. They planned this from the beginning to keep sprinkling his booty butt in. That was the plan. It said, you will never forget Forget-Me-Not. Barcarola? Is your time, girly pop, to shine?
It's no use. The cabin's wall is heavily reinforced. My arcane skills can barely scratch it.
Is there nothing crazy you can use?
I guess that's why they didn't even bother taking our stuff.
You know, now that you mentioned that, you're probably right.
Ulrich, you've got to have some miraculous trinkets up your sleeve to bust us out, right? You're the pride of Laplace, after all.
Laplace is not a circus, and I am no magician.
Oh, dang. I'm crazy.
But I may have something that can help. I have a small amount of TNT and some papier pillar solvents.
So you just like carry anything and everything, huh?
The former can blast the door open. However, it will likely blast us to smithereens along with it.
Unless we can use an arcane skill to protect us?
The latter is much safer, of course. All we need to do is apply to the walls and then wait for a couple of days.
Do we have a couple of days, though?
We're abso-friggin-lutely screwed, aren't we?
AKA, it's so over for us.
Don't be gloom, Miss Regulus. We aren't beat yet.
The way he's still trying to be her mentor and stuff. I'll be your mentee. Ulrich sets aside obviously useless tools. He has made a much more important discovery.
Take a look at this, Timekeeper. I've been recording the Free Breeze's heading since it left Sydney. Though unfortunately, something has been jamming our signal. Yet, we can still extrapolate from my earlier readings that the ship is not heading to its advertised destination.
I mean, I could have told you that, Ulrich.
It's heading steadily southward.
It appears so.
Oh, we're literally heading to the end of the world, or whatever the freak. Her thoughts churn more violently than the ferrofluid's vibrations.
The forecast of the storm, the sudden eclipse, the mask trials, and the speed at which the Free Breeze is now heading. If all they wanted was to recruit more followers, they would allow for more time to convince the others. However, if the storm is indeed coming, then why would we be racing forward through these reefs?
Mm-hmm.
Their actions don't seem to be aimed at recruiting, nor at passing through the storm. Rather, they seem to be aimed
I knew
at
she would trail off.
Intimidation.
Intimidation! The air in the cell seems momentarily stagnated.
This would add weight to the possibility that the storm they're promising is only a trick to inspire more fear.
I mean, again, if they're good at anything, it's fear-mongering, but the last time they fear-mongered, the storm actually did happen.
That said, we must consider the chance of the storm occurring, no matter how slim it may seem.
Exactly. Ulrich stands tall, unwavering in the face of conjecture.
Until the truth is ultimately revealed, all we can rely on are the instruments in our hands and the readings before our eyes.
Then we are agreed, Mr. Ulrich. Whether the storm is coming or not, we need to be well prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
We've brought quite a few equilibrium umbrellas with us, and my suitcase can also serve as a temporary shelter. However, that will do nothing for the humans aboard.
Right.
Your suitcase? Then the rumors are true. No wonder the Stick in the Mud Foundation greenlit you to build your own team.
Because she's their transportation. Ulrich stares intently at the suitcase held in her hands.
I would give anything to analyze it one day.
I'm certain that day will come. Eventually.
For a price.
Sonetto, how many equilibrium umbrellas have we brought exactly?
Exactly 73. Motherfucking 3. That is a lot. She said they saying that like they only got like 5. I was expecting to hear like maybe 7. A sufficient number to cover all comrades in the suitcase. Unfortunately, it's far from enough to account for the nearly thousands of people aboard the Free Breeze. So, people even in the suitcase need to wear the umbrellas? Or what? Because I think if you're in the suitcase, you're safe from the storm, which, to be fair, what's her name? Regulus was fine when she was in the suitcase.
Cheer up, ladies. Our hopes are not dashed just yet.
But I think they mean everyone in the suitcase is wearing has an umbrella.
Mr. Ulrich, you're not speaking of your artificial
That's why there's
storm
73.
experiment, are you? We have neither the time nor personnel to assist you with it.
She got 73 people in her suitcase. Freaking dang. Freaking Vertin the landlord.
And I implore you to consider the potential risks, especially in attempting it alone and under these conditions.
Ulrich eagerly continues his explanation, heedless of his companion's concerns.
Irrespective of your concerns, thanks to those oily heads and their quirky masks, I have acquired more than enough asymmetrical nuclide R to perform the immutability experiments.
But have you considered the side effects, Mr. Ulrich?
Uh-huh. The ferrofluid halts for a moment. Oh.
It's true. There is the risk of unavoidable side effects the experiments pose. And I admit that, if I were in the lab, we would use much more time and caution. But on this ship, I am the only one capable of withstanding the effects of the storm syndrome.
True, true. Despite his seemingly calm tone, a new round of protestation is volleyed his way.
Hold on, hang about. Have you gone right off the dock? Oh, we can't afford to lose you, genius. You're the only gadget guru we've got. Oh, we're counting on you to fix the signal.
Ooh, true. He grabs Ulrich by the tank and frantically shakes it, sending the ferrofluid swirling inside.
Mind the negativity, Regulus. I may be a scientist, but I'd rather not have the bad omens.
Yeah, welcome to Laplace.
It does take time to recover from the storm syndrome. Indeed, it could be as long as 3 months, or a few weeks. But hey, it may well be just a matter of seconds. Fortune favors the bold, you know.
But if I've learned anything at Laplace, it's that we'll need to do dozens of tests.
I agree with Regulus. Your plan is too reckless, Mr. Ulrich.
You just like Lucy
Our
for real.
priority should be to find a way to escape this ship safely.
Right. She looks through the cell door window. There's no one outside.
What about Miss Barcarola? Do you think she'll stand with us?
She will.
Sonato is
I
so
have faith in her.
soft-spoken. Her voice is so soft. Like... Precious flower.
Mr. Essam, would you lend me a hand, please?
What brought our brightest little star? Oh, look at you out of breath and all covered in dust. What happened?
Easy, easy, Barcarola. We're here to help.
Ooh. The warmth of their greetings caused tears to well up in her eyes.
That's right, Signorina. Why don't you tell us what happened? The captain told us to stay put, but we'll do whatever we can to help you.
We...
Aww.
The Free Breeze will never go home again.
What?
They have no idea what's going on, huh?
Captain Grace said this era is coming to an end, and only those who put on a Manus Vindicte mask and pass its trial can reach the new era with her.
Sorry, what? You just turned your old friend Charlie's brain into a knot. Where are we going then?
Who knows?
There's no telling where or even when we'll end up. Could be someplace 10 years ago, or even 100 years.
You mean we're traveling through time?
Yeah, but some of us won't be the same either. So it's like humans end up, or like everyone, essentially, but mostly humans, they just end up reversing along with the time. So that's why, in the sense that when it came to Mr. Carl, when he was reversed, he ended up reversing to go with his time. The time, that's why he was so different, you know, because different experiences make you pretty much a completely different person. So yeah, they pretty much just reverse along with the time, and they end up like a clean slate too, and are affected by the time period they're in, which makes them a completely different person than the person you once knew in that last time.
I don't know.
But at least people don't die, you know. Schneider's out there somewhere.
Signorina, this all
When are we
sounds
going
a bit
back?
too wild to be believed.
To come get her. We have to come get her.
But as sure as the compass points north.
That's why they didn't make her playable. He gently pats her on the shoulder with a large, rough hand.
I will trust you mean every word you say.
Thank you, Giovanni.
Giovanni.
So, you're saying if we don't do something, then none of us will ever see home again?
Right. Her silence is answer enough. The sailors exchange a glance, needingly no words to make their decision.
It's decided then.
Needing.
We'll
Did I
fight
say
by your
needingly?
side, Miss Barcarola. Because none of us wants to find ourselves in a random land back when the dinosaurs roamed.
Right.
You got that right. I won't
I'm
let them
comfortable
ruin my
right where I
retirement.
am.
We'll sail ourselves home if we've got to.
Right. So what we're gonna do is take over this shit.
One thing's for certain. I don't want to be stuck here for the rest of my life.
All right, gentlemen, enough with the words. It's time to take action. Miss Barcarola, is there anything we can do?
Right.
Yes, of course.
Break timekeeper out. They need out of that cell. They needed out of that cell yesterday. Can you tell this chair is super uncomfortable? Also, it's like sleepy time. But we getting through this. We're gonna stop this ship. Stop this ship. Dissonance. Is she pacing?
The nut jobs outside are gone. Oh, don't tell me they've abandoned ship and left us here to starve. Come back here, you yellow-bellied cowards. This pirate is not going to Davy Jones' locker without a fight.
Having satisfied her anger by yelling through the porthole, she turns to the others.
Sonetto, are those solvents working at all? Tell me they are.
It appears the outer layer of the door has already dissolved substantially.
Huh?
Excellent. The papier pillar solvents are more effective than I anticipated.
So we'll get to a point where we can just blast the door off?
At this rate, the door should be fully dissolved in approximately 13 hours.
Do we have 13 hours?
Oh, wow! That fast? Really, fish tank? I'll be waiting with bated breath.
Let's be freaking for real. She furiously shakes his glass tank. Is that what you're gonna
Why
do?
don't you just whip us up
grab
a few
him by the
helmets like
tank?
yours? That way, you can just blast the door open with TNT, and we'll be sound as a pound. Well, our heads at least.
Oh. Is that enough?
My helmet is made of regular silica, 7.092% calcium magnesium carbonate, and 3.27% aluminum oxide.
Ooh.
I'm afraid it's no more explosion proof than your regular old skull.
Regulus slumps against the door as the last vestiges of resilience leave her body. Vestiges? A faint shout comes from the other side of the door.
Regulus, I'd stay away from the door if I were you.
Huh?
They're here.
Hold on to this anchor like your life
Oh.
depends on it.
We're about to pull this thing. Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Maybe you should tell us all to stand back first. The Hailsman's voices are like music to their ears. A countdown begins. A nearly soul-stirring impact. Oh. Of a final count, the supposedly unbreakable door collapses. I'm sure the slime helped too. The cheering of familiar faces echo. Oh, you know what? Regulus swears it's the most beautiful noise she's ever heard.
Right on! Oh, I knew you'd come through for us, Barcarola. A rising star through hell or high water.
Mm-hmm. Your sister.
You have our thanks, Miss Barcarola.
Your music sister.
I just want
If I
to
had
save
Regulus,
as many
I could
people
run
as
a full
possible.
music team.
For the pride of the free breeze.
We aim to do the same thing.
After a pause, Ulrich steps forward.
Timekeeper, I need to get to the radio room.
Right now we run in a music and
the
dance
only place on the
team.
ship that will be able to get through their jamming.
She turns to Ulrich with a solemn look on her face.
I'll bring good news, I promise.
I see. Regulus, you should go with him.
No, no, no. I don't need additional manpower for such an easy...
I insist. We can't afford to lose anyone, Mr. Ulrich.
Right. She places a compact device in his leather gloved hand.
This is...
The Pioneer's Mark I positioning system. The latest in technology from Laplace.
Pioneers.
But if I recall correctly, it's never been mass-produced. Only a few prototypes were made available.
Is this one of the prototypes? Yeah.
If anything happens, someone can use it to track you down if you're in serious trouble. Like if you've fallen into the sea.
They're really cooking up some
This
stuff
will surely
there.
come in handy. Thanks, Timekeeper.
Good luck, Mr. Ulrich.
He won't need it, because no one knows radio systems better than this captain.
Mm-hmm. She nods before the two vanish around the corner.
The rest of us need to return to the lobby and get the masked guests under control. Sinetto, do we have sufficient sedatogens left?
Yes, Timekeeper. We still have plenty.
Okay. She turns to the Hailsman.
Gentlemen, I'll need your assistance too.
Of course, ma'am. Miss Barcarola already told us everything. Sounds like helping you means we're helping ourselves.
Yep.
Esam, do you know where we can find the spare keys to the passenger cabins? We have another friend to free.
Fatutu! Let's go get... Let's go get Fatutu. Let's go get... Oh, elsewhere on the ship, two stealthy figures navigate through the darkness.
Are you sure this is the right way?
Are you doubting my capabilities?
Not exactly.
Oh. The broadcasting room is empty.
It's only that I expected they'd have this place locked down like the crown jewels. But nobody's here.
We'll concern ourselves with that later.
Okay. I was gonna say she brings up a good point, but never mind. Never mind. Not the main task at hand. Ignoring Regulus wandering about, Ulrich quickly channels his thought current into the broadcasting console. Oh, that must be his arcane skill.
Coastal Base Station, come in. Coastal Base Station, come in. Where's the International Maritime Organization when you need them?
Not on the clock, that's
Laplace
what.
Australia branch, please come in. Laplace Australia branch, please come in.
He is stressed.
I just checked out the wiring. All the signal transmitters have been sabotaged.
No wonder.
No wonder there's been no sight nor sound of those oily freaks.
They said it don't work anyway. Ulrich seems unsurprised. Retracting his thought currents, he disregards the apparent predicament. He lays one particular item on the other onto the another onto the table after another.
Reel it in, fish tank.
Onto the table.
You're not conducting the artificial storm experiments right here, are you?
Why not? We have a supernatural phenomenon, a vast water supply, sufficient asymmetrical nuclide R, and the required sound wave frequency ready in the transmission system here.
Oh.
If these aren't the perfect testing conditions for the artificial storm, then what is?
Wait. Are you forgetting what you just said to Vertin? What about all those side effects? You've got no bleeding idea how severe they'll be or how long they'll last.
Right.
Which is why it's lucky you were sent along with me, Regulus. If anything happens to me, you'll have to be the one to report the experiment's results.
Oh. He gives her a hearty pat on the shoulder. I know nothing will happen to him because Cien, but
whether the storm comes or not, we'll have made an undeniable leap of progress. More than worth a bit of storm syndrome, no matter how nasty.
He tosses the equilibrium umbrella onto Regulus's hands.
At least now you'll have an extra equilibrium umbrella.
Oh, don't say it like you finna die, bro. He pays no mind to his immobile teammate. Instead, he meticulously sorts through the materials he has spread on the table.
Ulrich, I refuse to be a part of this.
Right? I refuse too. I also be refusing out here and stuff. I ain't gonna watch you go away. It's not happening. Not on my watch, Ulrich. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. The 27 Club. What the frick? Is Ulrich 27 or what are we talking about? Who 27 here? The cramped broadcaster room, the little lion, and the light bulb are at a face-off.
What did you say?
Her unexpected declaration has caused the ferrofluid to come to a halt.
You heard me, you daft light bulb. I will not be your undertaker.
Right?
Regulus, you still haven't grasped the significance of this project, have you? We've figured out the principles of the storm and even developed the means to create its simulacra. Yes, there's still much room for improvement.
It's Lucy all over again.
But we've already made a huge leap. And now, we finally have the opportunity to put our theories into application. Finding an immutable material is essential to our survival. The Regulus satellite proved it to all of us. Just think about it, Regulus. We are standing right on the cusp of the post-storm era.
Ooh. Regulus hangs her head. Aww.
Fish tank. You planned this all along, didn't you?
Oh.
Don't tell me you're worried about the funds and credit for the experiment. Laplace will cover all your potential losses and expenses incurred should anything go wrong. And whether this project succeeds or not, your assistance has been indispensable. Surely enough to earn you a fat bonus and a high rating for your salary review. And I will certainly not be hogging all the credit.
Ulrich stops upon seeing an even more resolute expression come across Regulus's face.
Whoa! No! Keep it in the tank! You've got me all wrong, Magnet Head.
Yeah, I'm just locked in. I'm sorry. I'm silent, but it's like I'm listening and I'm absorbing. The two exchange stun looks.
I'm a member of Laplace now, same as you. A researcher, not just an observer.
Ooh.
I too witnessed the storm.
Ulrich has never seen Regulus so earnest.
So ergo, therefore, QED, I'll participate in your artificial storm experiment. Not as your note-taker.
Oh.
But as your fellow experimenter.
I never expected this from you, Regulus.
Neither did I, let's be real. And I've known her for quite a bit, like a year now. Year and a half. He knocks on his glass tank, perplexed.
Don't tell me my reports were really that bad. Never mind. Really, don't tell me. Fact of the matter is, I got an advance on my wages, so I fully intend to do my duty as a researcher. Besides, no rockin' pirate with a spine would ever leave their shipmate stranded in danger.
Ulrich squeezes Regulus's shoulder.
I admire your courage, truly. However, when it comes to these experiments, you must leave it to me. That is an order, Regulus.
His resolve is unyielding. He opens the door, signaling Regulus to leave his lab.
I need you to observe my status through the porthole and record our experimental data. You're the only one that can do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Magnet Head, have it your way.
Her eyes linger on the experimental materials in the case. Plutonium. Okay, I'm not gonna freaking read all that. That is, you guys can read all of that. That is so much words.
Now is hardly the time to chat about music, don't you think? I hope you won't be pestering me with more of these inane questions. And to answer you, I prefer brown noise. Its frequencies produce a soothing rhythm in my ferrofluid.
And he answered.
See? That's exactly why I can't leave it to you.
What?
This logical leap nearly causes Ulrich's circuits to crash.
I turned a blind eye to your blatant acts of piracy.
Oh.
And brushed off your blasphemies against Rock. But if I miss out on an adventure like this, I'll forever lose the right to join the 27 Club.
I don't know if you want to join the 27 Club, just saying.
The 27 Club?
I don't think you want to do that.
All the best rock stars die at 27, or in a blaze of glory.
Why do you want to do that, though?
This is my record, my responsibility. We might fall or even vanish. Maybe we'll get turned into cubes or paint or whatever. But at the end of the day, Rock never dies.
Rock never dies. I think that's what I'm going to call this episode.
Whether you're a rock legend or
thinking.
not, you shine with the radiance of humanity. Regulus, I salute both your experimental spirit and your rock and roll spirit. There's only one thing left to do.
Oh.
Project. Experiments on material immutability via artificial storm.
Okay.
Locale. Radio room of the Free Breeze cruise ship. Experimenters. Ulrich and Regulus.
Oh.
Our experiment will now commence.
I was getting ready to lock in, put my seatbelt on, strap in, get ready. Ooh. We about to fight. What's the boss fight for real though? 20? I think 20. Not 19. I think 20 is the boss fight. So the pain of missing home. Okay, we're with Verton, Soneto, Barcarola.
It seems all the passengers are gathered in the lobby.
I couldn't imagine still being up here. The group has finally arrived at the cruise ship lobby. The place is a mess.
We've lost too much time. A lot of people have put on masks while we were locked up.
We'll need to round up the ones that are still conscious.
Sure.
The hastily assembled rescue team leaps into action, breaking up rising quarrels and separating the crowd members fighting over masks.
More contenders? Like we don't have enough people wrestling for a mask.
Give me that mask, asshole!
I'm joining Manus Vindicte. I will take the trial.
Clearly, any semblance of onboard etiquette has been long abandoned.
I believe you may be too weak to endure the trial. You should leave this valuable opportunity
What
to
about
someone
that
who
child?
will be more useful to Captain Grace.
Is that child wearing
Please
the
put
mask?
the mask down, everyone. This isn't the way to survive.
Give it to me. That mask belongs to me.
As of now, there's like no storm.
Miss Grace smiled at me once. She must like me. She'll want me to join her.
Oh. It doesn't help that she's pretty, huh?
I just don't want to be killed by the storm thing.
Can we have an ugly Manus member? Like, why are they all mocking us? They have to be models.
I don't want to die.
I understand, honey. But this isn't the way. The hailsmen dip and dive through the crowd as they administer syringes to almost delirious passengers. Seditations?
Get back to your senses, people.
Not syringes. Might as well be
If
syringes.
I were you, I'd have thrown these creepy masks into the sea the moment I saw them.
Right, preach. The Nukatai survivors watch the nearby rescue operation from afar. Thanks to Grace's kindness, their situation appears far brighter than the other guests. But not all of them share the new unfound faith.
Salome, you must put on the mask, please, for our people.
It doesn't even match her outfit.
Scary, I promise.
You're scary right now, Toa.
Would you rather be captured by those outsiders?
Go to the captain's room, Toa. You passed your trial. I'm sure the captain and our people there need you more than I do. I must stay here to look after Kitiona, Little Pita, and our friends who still seem to be lost.
What is wrong with you, Salome? All you need to do is put on the mask.
Dang, the voice actor. Salona breaks free from Toa's grip, nearly falling to the floor as she does so.
I'm sorry, Toa.
I hear the
Fatutu
desperation.
was right to have second thoughts.
Like, we've been known she was like, this feels wrong. Like, this feels so wrong. But Toa, I feel like, and it's like such a terrible feeling, I feel like Toa would feel the same way. Like, as much as he seems hard-headed, he's not. Like, you could tell he's telling her to put it on because he cares about her. But if he wasn't wearing the mask, I feel like he would have also had second thoughts as well. Just like Fatutu did. Because Fatutu's smart. I think everyone's smart in Nukatai. I think they were all just desperate, a lot of them. It's very telling that it was the men that put the mask on first. Well, the male Nukatai. And then the women are like thinking more from a logical perspective, like, you know. But, you know, I kind of feel like that's also like another thing with like, I'm gonna say gender roles, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like, they're just trying to protect people and do what's best for everyone. But like, the girly pops are staying a little bit like, we need to think of this logically a little more. You know, I kind of see it.
Look at all the people.
Maybe I'm
who
reading
have put
too
on
much
the
into
mask.
it.
Now tell me how many of them have survived.
Yeah, let's be honest. Let's count the numbers. Let's do the stats. Following Salone's tear-filled gaze, countless failures of the trial lie sprawled on the floor. Nukatai, Australians, Italians. It's insane. Nukatai are even dead on the floor. What's the point anymore? Sailors, merchants, tourists.
And what? You're afraid? Is this really more important than bringing our people home?
Your people are dying, bro. I don't understand. Like, how many people do you even want to come with you left? Like, they're dying on the floor. The storm outside continues to batter the ship. The lobby, however, grows increasingly silent.
You have changed. The Toa I knew would never have dared to ask me such a foolish question.
Uh-huh.
Haven't you heard their cries?
You need to think of the future, Salome. The new, beautiful homeland we're going to recover. We could live peacefully once more. We could...
Peacefully after this? Half the Nukatai that were on the island are freaking dead. His tears mix with the vicious black liquid of the mask as they drip onto the floor. I know he's just desperate and sad. That's why I can't even be mad at him.
Please stop, Toa. I'm sorry.
But like, this isn't the way, Toa. This isn't the way.
When I see how tainted and twisted your spirit shell has become, I can't. I won't.
Salona crumbles to the floor, her voice barely a whisper. Soneto spots them among the crowd.
I recognize her. That's Miss Salone.
Salone.
I think they need assistance.
The way half these characters pronounce different names wrong is so funny to me. But it's so real though. She rushes towards the Nukatai survivors.
Soneto, watch out!
That's who's gonna be living on the island with y'all. Narrowly dodging the attack, Soneto looks up in surprise. Beneath their cold bronze mask, vicious black fluid sweeps from the Nukatai believers' eyes and mouths. Their limbs are twisted into grotesque shapes, and they mutter to themselves as though tormented by an unending pain.
Soneto, get ready to use those sedatogens.
Sedatogens. Thank you, Verton, for pronouncing it. We about to use some sedatogens right the frick now. We're gonna run Team Girly Pop Dance Team.
Embrace rather than resist.
Oh. There's no way it's this serious to where we actually need a fourth character.
Listen. Thank you for your cooperation.
Please enjoy.
Shine.
Right. Oh, wait. Imagine if Tooth Fairy was here, though. Tooth Fairy and Barcarola, I feel like, would make a pretty sick team together.
My next performance, bubbles bursting.
I want to run Girly Pop Dance Music Team.
They cut no words. I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky.
Boop.
I dedicate this song to you.
Adios, amigo.
The curtain
has fallen. Thank you. Their frenzy subsides as the suffering individuals drift into slumber.
Pardon me for this, please.
She sprays a dose of sedatogen over them. He ain't sedating. Unfortunately, the sedatogen seems to have little effect on those under the control of the mask.
What are you doing to my people?
What are you doing to my people?
I won't let you hurt them.
It's already hurt most of them. Okay, you have to be picking, like, you have to be picking. I'm like, half them already dead on the floor, Toa. Come on now, look around. Toa stands vigilantly before Soneto, shielding the unconscious Manus believers.
Miss Burton! Miss Soneto! We're back!
Fatutu comes rushing over.
Sloane, Toa, are you alright?
Real one, Fatutu.
Tutu.
Their encounter brings little joy. Toa instructively touches the mask, clasping it to his face, takes a few steps back.
I'm so glad to see you unharmed, Fatutu. But our friends... I know
Like, is
what
this not
happened,
traumatizing?
Barcarola told me everything when she got me out. I've made up my mind now. We can't wear their masks alone. We never should have agreed to their so-called revenge plan.
Right. The Manus believers seem to latch onto her words, reacting as though they are a shot of adrenaline. Toa leaps forward, the ragged claws tearing through his arm as he shields his childhood friend once again.
Toa!
Toa!
No! No! Why is this happening?
There has to be something we can do. Blood splatters before her eyes, painting the lobby wall crimson. The believers' appetite for vengeance has only grown stronger.
Retribution. They seem to be more frantic than ever before. Timekeeper, I suggest increasing the dosage of sedatogens.
The mask's influence has wormed its way deep into their brains. I'm afraid sedatogens won't be able to awaken their consciousness any longer. They need something that reaches into their soul.
Ooh. The Manus believers are determined to destroy everything in their path. As they slope forward, the crowd is pushed back. Barcarola is caught in the center of the chaos.
There's something I can do.
Music! The wails and cries of the pounding rain outside nearly overwhelm her. Amidst the chaos, her bow slips out of her hand. Bow. Did I read that as bow? She jumps to the sound.
Stop playing with that atrocious toy of yours and pay attention to the class, Barcarola. Music is a language that moves us on to a deeper level than any other, transcending both culture, place, and time. Whoever you are and wherever you go, it will always stir the depths of your soul.
Music. No need to remember, no need to think. Familiar simple tones flow from her crackle box. A soft, indescribable melody washes over Fatutu. A song is both strange yet innate. It is, yeah, bro, read this in your head. It's going too fast. Sing a song.
We're not so different deep down, are we?
No, different yet we're all the same.
What's that sound? Violins, piano, cellos.
A whole orchestra.
Bass, and flutes.
But violins? She hates violins.
I want to go home.
It's crazy looking at what was happening. Through her hands are trembling, she gently lifts the harmonica to her lips. Oh, Toa! Her quivering lips blow gently a rhythm into the harmonica. A new melody joins the ensemble. An islander and the musician exchange a glance, and with no baton or words, music flows between them like an ancient, joyful river. Hey, Toa, bro. Oh, bro. That wasn't supposed to happen to you, man. Oh, Fatutu. Right, I know it's gonna be to be continued. Oh, no. The black liquid stirs, no longer seeping from the mask. The melody echoes through the lobby, gently closing the eyes of the tormented believers. Oh, he's still alive. Toa raises his hands, finally fall, as though succumbing to a deep sleep. Spoke too soon, man.
It's over now, dear friends.
Barcarola nervously wrings her hands.
I'm sorry, Fatutu. I didn't expect my song to put your people in this state. I only wanted to help.
You did. You're the greatest musician I've ever seen.
Aww.
But your friends, they've
gone home.
They died. Don't tell me.
But
no way her crackle box kills Manus. But But still, I understand what happened. The lightly trembling shoulders before her suddenly feel familiar. Had those fragile, tender shoulders also always been so brave and resolute?
Look at the shining, pristine spirit shells around their necks. That is a sign. It tells us that their souls are at peace.
Oh.
That our friends lived a full and honest life.
Wow. Wiping her tears, Fatutu gets to her feet and starts gently collecting her lost people's spirit shells. She can still feel their warmth in her palm.
Fatutu!
Oh, you still irate? Before the warmth of the spirit shells can fade, could stride to the lobby, his demeanor cold. Bro, don't start. Don't start. Do not. And this is what I mean. He was the leader too. And that's Fatutu's brother. I can't imagine how she'd feel if she lost him though. But what I'm saying is you were the leader. You were in charge. You were in charge. What do you say? What do you do? It's like me with Evgeny. I was so mad at him because I'm like, you hear the people and you're not listening to them. But this guy listened to them and look at them now.
What are you doing? How could you side with our enemies? Against your own people? Against the ones who would rebuild our home?
They're not gonna rebuild it, bro. It won't even be the home you remember. Incredulous severity colors hits his tone. What?
You've brought shame on our people. You've disappointed me.
Bro, you've disappointed me putting that mask on.
Stop all this now and come with me. We will beg Miss Grace to cleanse your soul.
Yours is the one that's messed up. That's why your shell looking all crazy on the inside. I don't know what it looks like on the inside, but I'm sure it looks crazy. Like the countless times before, he waits for her to grasp his outreached hand. Yeah, smack it away. Nah, look what you did. An unexpected act of defiance.
Joining Manus Vindicte was a mistake, Kamutsa.
Right. People been dying since they put the mask on. Since you followed Miss Grace.
Their masks blinded our people. They tricked us with their lies and empty promises. But look, so many precious lives lost for nothing.
Tell him, Fatutu.
It wasn't for nothing. They died for the resurrection of Nukuteao.
But what will happen when nobody's left?
Isn't it your dream too? To rebuild our home in a land free of humans and their wickedness?
No, home is where we are. Home is the people, not the place, bro. Fatutu shakes her head.
No, not anymore, Kamutsa.
Right, we're losing our home as we continue to just listen to Manus Vindicte. It's literally the people. She looks around at her people, their faces marked with pain and confusion.
We may have lost our islands, but what we've done here lost us something far more precious.
Exactly. You don't get it.
There's nothing in this so-called new era that Miss Grace promised us that is worth becoming monsters and corrupting our spirit shells.
Tell him, Fatutu.
Our pride must be in ourselves and who we are. The shells around our necks, the words we speak to one another, the way we treat others with kindness, not hatred. That is what defines us.
Right, I'm starting to think Twitter reverse 1999 community. A lot of y'all, the community needs this. And I'm not even gonna stress this like it's something crazy. But it's like, it really baffles me the way a big portion of the Twitter community acts. It's like we should treat others with kindness, not hatred. That's what defines us. But I'm not gonna lie, the reverse 1999 Twitter community is starting to morph and become like the gacha space, because this whole treat other people with kindness, whatever, has completely just like ended, right? I think we should take this lesson as no argument, and I should make this into a video essay at this point, because what the heck? No argument, no point we are trying to make is worth just treating people like garbage. Because I think at the end of the day, people's real lives are worth more than whatever point we're trying to make. And I think that, I truly think that I just don't like how this is what the game's saying, but then a lot of stuff I constantly see is not this. Not to say it happens all the time, but I specifically say the Twitter community, and I think the TikTok community as well, but I'm not really with the TikTok community, but I know the Twitter community. I'm like, we should treat others with kindness, not hatred. I think that's just one thing that I think like I've learned from Reverse 1999. Like, that's why I love this game so much. And the more ingrained I became with, not to say I dislike the outer communities, but there's just a lot of negativity in a lot of the outer communities, and it made me start to not like this, honestly. It's making me emotional, but this is honestly, playing this patch has, even like right now, even thinking about it, I'm sorry, but it's made me realize why I started loving this game so much, especially 1.5. I feel like for me that was the peak where I was really like, oh, that's what this is about. And I feel like when I started ingraining myself more in the online community, I started having a small place of resentment for the game. It wasn't big, but it was small. And I'm not gonna lie, that's probably what made me not enjoy playing it as much, because I like sharing my thoughts, I like sharing my opinions, but at the end of the day, I've become scared of backlash more than I was before when I enjoyed the game. And I feel like because of that, I haven't been openly able to enjoy it, and because of that, I haven't been playing it as much. I feel like that definitely contributed, and I feel like I'm getting emotional, but I do love this game. And I just hate how the community has, well, the kind of exposure I've exposed myself to, like, a lot of the negative parts of the Reverse community, because I'm like, how is a game literally telling us, I'm like, literally the message of the game is to not be all hateful and stuff. And there's like drama every patch, and I'm just like, it's getting to a point where I might actually need to take a step back so that I can enjoy the game like I used to. Like, I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like that was definitely a big part of why I stopped playing it as fast. Along with stuff like with my own life, like things have definitely gotten harder, but you know, like, I miss the way it was, my mind was before I, you know, knew too much of what was going on. And is that sad? Yeah. But I hope that we can all actually, like, take lessons from the game and actually apply it to the way we treat other people and the way we react to other people as well. I'd love that. I hope for that. I want that, because I don't want Reverse to become other gacha game communities. This used to be a safe space for me. I feel like the only safe space now is on my YouTube channel. So yeah, let's all do things in love and treat other people like their lives are valuable, because to me, most people's everyone's life is. So let's treat other people's with such, because none of that, I don't feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like this is a message that's been in the game throughout the whole game. And You know what? Fatutu's really speaking to me. She's really charming. She's a charming character. And I totally agree with her.
We are more than just how the outsiders can use us. More than our sea mother's eye. We are the wisdom of our elders and the traditions we keep sacred.
That was my little rant. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
All sink beneath the waves. We will remember them in our crowds.
That was,
and in our
I would say, more of a
we will
time
remember the story
second.
of the brave Nukutai girl fighting off the series. We will remember them in the songs of
Reflection. I would say that was more of like a reflection for me, but like she kind of spoke to me right there. I was like, I have something to say. I'm sorry.
No matter whether it's an island or a ship we stand on, as long as we're together, Nukuteao, our home, lies beneath our feet.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I love Fatutu. What the heck? It's like characters like this, I love them so much. Oh, Fatutu.
Didn't you say you would always have faith in me, Kamutsa? You believed I could lead our people to a better future. Now, I believe in myself too.
Oh. She raises her head, the shells on her chest heaving with every breath. They tremble in unison, resonating with the collective energy of Nukutai. Like, I feel like, unlike most of the gacha games I've played, this game is truly, like, I feel like there's things that you can take to be a better person. And I feel like people, and I'm not gonna act like I'm like the spokesperson of the community or whatever, but I feel like I've pretty much ingrained myself in it, at least with my content, a lot. So I really want to say that, please, please, this is why I was making video essays in the first place, because the lessons aren't talked about enough, in my opinion. Like, it's fun to look at the lore and stuff, but let's unpack what they're saying, you know what I mean? And I think people, like, again, it's not every day you get a free game that makes your life better.
You'll be a better leader than I ever was, Fatutu.
She stares back at Shaka, her brother. His lips curled into a faint smile. His trembling hand extends out into her, and the black blood seeping from his eyes and ears.
What's happening to you?
Crash. The towering figure before her falls to the ground.
I'm fine, Tutu.
No.
I'll be alright. You're right, dear sister. The words you spoke have opened my eyes.
Oh, no. Pain words are forced through his blackened lips. True words have never been spoken.
Brother!
As she cries out, heads turned towards her. The mask remains tightly fixated on Kamatsu's face, its black with nearly covering his
the mask's
entirety.
punishment.
I don't understand.
Manus Vindicte used their masks to sift out their most loyal followers. Those who pass the trial can retain their personality and memories. However, if they should show any signs of faltering in their faith, the mask will punish them. Their consciousness will be devoured by the fathomless depths of Arcanum, until they become nothing but a walking corpse, caught in eternal agony.
Slow clap breaks the silence. Oh,
Well,
brother.
well, I am stunned by the breadth of your knowledge of our operations, Miss Furton.
Like, I'll never, like, it's always when something really sad happens and we're clutching someone in our arms that that someone has to come and break us out of it. And I swear this triggers me so much. I did it with Isolde, but Isolde, I get you now, girly. Like, I didn't get you before, like, but I get you now. Like, you weren't trying to, like, you didn't know, but it's okay. But, like, Miss Grace knows. She knows.
But I must remind you, gossip like that is terribly bad manners.
Girl, you know what else is bad manners?
Is it anyone
Interrupting
why
a tender
Gus looks
moment.
So terrified. Though it does pique my curiosity. I wonder, even with all you said, do they fear us more than they fear death?
Her commanding gaze hovers over the ship passengers before finally landing on their former follower.
What a pity, Mr. Kamuda. I had high hopes for you.
They all just wanted to go
home. Come to an untimely end.
Her words are cold and emotionless, instilling a new fear in the crowd.
The people here know the truth about your masks. There's no sense trying to deceive them any longer.
But I feel like even with the truth, some of them still put it on. Grace slowly advances her steps poised.
Timekeeper, stay behind me.
Soneto in position. Oh my gosh, my dyslexia stunted me from that freaking sentence. Soneto imposes herself between the two, poised to fight. Soneto! If anything, Soneto's always ready to stand on business. Yeah, no. Soneto's always ready to take on a Manus member. It's actually kind of insane. I don't think we give her enough credit for that. Something about Soneto is she might seem like a very timid girl, but she will always stand up against Manus. Like, she does not stop.
Schedule, and I don't have time to play games.
This is what Soneto does. She does
There's no power in your shiny little badge here.
It's not about the power in the badge, bro. It's the power in this freaking pen I have. She glances at the Foundation emblem on her chest.
Kamuda, Manus Vindicte will forever remember your contribution.
Fatutu, watch out!
Fleste tu pandva.
Boss fight time. No! She using him? Okay, I need to see what to use for Barcarola because I'm using her. Okay. Frick me, bro. I will never stop playing Reverse 1999. It speaks too much to my heart. Like, I want to cry. Oh. I'm hurt. I'm sure, like, people didn't feel it as much as I do, but when I tell you, I'm, like, emotionally invested in, like, even side characters sometimes. Like, people take my immersion as, like, for granted. I'm like, I'm crazy. I'm like, to me, I feel like, yeah, this is what I mean when I say, like, come on. I don't even know what I'm talking. I'm just... Okay, verse 1999. Psycube. Okay, Psycube cheat sheet. I need... I can't believe I almost didn't play this. But I think, like, timing is always, like, the best thing. Because for me, I feel like there is no better time to play it than now. Oh gosh, I don't have nothing for you, girl. I don't think I have Reguluses. Oh, I do. Nice. Okay, perfect. Crap, I could really use anyone for real. Okay, we finna bring Lucy. One song.
Budget.
Okay. Let's do this.
Miss Grace deliberately led us here to the deck. But why?
Timekeeper, the fog is thickening by the minute. The low visibility might hinder our ability to use arcane skills.
As suspected. Our attacks can't reach her from this distance.
She planning to teleport and
Please
dip.
allow me to spearhead the assault.
Let's go,
Be
Soneto.
careful, Soneto.
Is that a cocoon?
Uh-oh.
Is Miss Grace inside? No. This power feels more complex than any person, and much more dangerous.
Is it what I think it is?
Timekeeper, the cocoon is affecting the masked guests somehow. Look, they're writhing in pain.
This has to do something
We
with
have
the
to act
ritual?
fast. Finish this before more civilians fall victim.
Understood.
You think?
Keep the sample.
All right then, let's go. I know how to use all the characters except Barcarola, but I think I kind of get her now. Okay, when casting at least 3 incantations of all the same type within 1 round, for every 1 additional incantation of the same type casted, when reaches 2 or higher. I don't know what any of that meant. When Harmophones reaches certain levels, Sanctuary Concerto gains 1 charge. What is Harmophones? That's the thing. Tap on the yellow icon to cast Sanctuary Concerto, dealing Genesis damage to all enemies and grant a shield to all allies. If a shield already exists, the shield value will be increased. Alright. Woo! Okay, let's do this thing. Oh, so I needed to reach the top level. Okay. Let's see. Start off with a debuff. I truly don't know what she really does. Around 3, if at least 3 allies are in quartet status. But how did they get to quartet status? 20% mental damage, consumes 2 Eureka. Round quartet status against. Okay, so for now,
Aventura? That's a good point.
I'll just let everyone do something.
Thank you for your cooperation. I dedicate the song to you. Taking another look?
Okay.
And shoot.
To be fair, not really worried. Team's kind of goated. Now, I could have used someone stronger than Barcarola, but I kind of want her to be here for this. Alright, nice.
Do you have any loading? No worries. A new hypothesis.
This song is so beautiful. I love violins.
The light that illuminates all. Please, don't resist. Behold.
Alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay. I'm only trying to combine cards right now. I don't even think I need heals, so why not?
Saxophone's end. Aventura? As you wish.
Okay, hear me out cooking.
Listen to the melody.
She finna do her thing anyway, because we killed someone. Or no? Hello, honey bunch of devotes. You survived? Reinforce. Okay, thank you. It's fine. I'm waiting for Windsong ult, but
Charging.
why the frick not? Just do your thing.
Aventura? As you wish.
Bye.
Target confirmed.
Nice.
My next performance, bubbles bursting. Please enjoy.
She's so girly pop. Oh, nice. Can I? How does the thing work? It's at level 2. I can only use it at level 4. Oh no, I can farm up to level 4. Oh, this above? Ooh. Okay, Windsong about to get an ult, so I guess I'll use it on Windsong. I assume it's some kind of buff, like... I'm really out here saving Windsong cards. Let's heal. Shield! Her ult is so pretty.
Listen to the melodies of wind and waves. Breathe.
Aw, poor Nukatai.
An academic question. Loading.
Why not?
Limited scale, infinite lines. Confirm the coordinates. Faraday's miracle.
Windsong ult again? Wait, when did I get... Okay. Okay, Windsong.
An academic question.
You know what? Wait.
No. An academic question.
Relax.
Yeah, Windsong uses all her stuff anyway. I don't...
Thank you for your cooperation.
Right?
Limited scale,
infinite lines.
Calculating distance.
Why, Miss Grace?
Damn, Windsong, wait.
To you. Why do you insist
Like,
on
Windsong, hold up.
lives too?
Windsong, wait. Oh. Wait, huh? No way. Regular tells you, why do you insist on taking their lives?
Betrayal bears a hefty price, Miss Fatutu. The lies of the Foundation have twisted your minds. You're confused, disoriented. I'm sorry I couldn't save you from them.
No! You're the one who lied to us!
Tell him, Fatutu!
I've done nothing of the sort. I will guide you to a brighter future.
She told a misguided truth, though.
Untouched by the tsunami.
Dang, the like eclipse in the background looks fire.
As I promised.
I don't believe you. Not anymore.
Right, we've seen what you're capable of. Whatever. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, the thing is, how do I can use it? I don't know what it's level 0. Should I wait for it to level up? I don't know. I don't care.
Good point. Charging.
Saxophones and a bandura? As you wish.
This guy's annoying.
Confirm the coordinates. Aim and shoot.
This song is so good. But what do I do with these collecting thingy-mabobbers? Like, you're just collecting on the side. Ooh. Oh, that was supposed to hurt a lot, wasn't it? Like, that was supposed to hurt bad. Ah, I can disperse them into attacks. Ah. We're gonna put it on you because you're about to put in work.
Circuits function loading.
Now for the crescendo with fortissimo tutti.
Beautiful. Her ult looks so good.
I dedicate this song to you.
Hurry along, my dear guests. Say your farewells to our beloved free breeze while you still have the chance.
The cocoon. It's breaking open.
Stay calm, Sonetto. This is our chance. Time to destroy this thing and save the free breeze.
Preach.
Robot, child of science.
Sorry. That thing looks crazy.
Barrage.
Oh, now it's taking less damage or whatever. Okay. Fine. No one's really scared, to be honest. That's a mass attack. They're both mass attacks, though. Oh, no, I ain't worried about him, brother. My best interest would have been to combine the cards.
Charging. Loading.
Do you have any requests?
Aim and shoot.
I know I'm probably using Barcarola absolutely abysmally.
Please enjoy.
Let's be real. I probably ain't using Girl Pop, right? I don't. Okay. I don't know what that does, but I'm sure it like helps a pal out sometimes.
Saxophones and aventura? As you wish. And your hypothesis.
Use one song.
Robot, child of science.
Do I want it to be at level 4? You think it'll do more damage?
Target confirmed.
My next performance, bubble bursting.
Bro, I'm sure there's a more optimal way of getting through this fight. Ooh. The amounts of damage. Okay. I have a lot going on here, as in hecka cards. Let's see what I could. Actually, I got a great idea for y'all. I never use these anymore, which is so dumb. Okay.
Saxophones and
3.
Allow me to double check the battery levels.
And is there even a point in using Windsong's precast?
a good point.
When she not ulting?
Listen up. I dedicate this song to you.
The light that illuminates all.
Yeah, I'm like, she about to do heck of damage.
Calculating distance.
Again, I'm sure there was a more optimal way of getting
now,
through this
to return
fight,
to your
but
long-term mission.
clear within 12 rounds? Was that not the 12th round? Or am I crazy? Okay. Next time, I'm gonna auto do it, and I'm gonna clear the 12 rounds. Okay. I was just running my fun team. I wasn't running my best team. Let's be real. I could have ran my best team, but that was my fun team. The arcane fluctuations gently dissipate around Grace. Like, I could have not used Barcarola because I don't know how to use her. But I wanted her to be there.
Captain Grace.
What is it now, Miss Barcarola?
She's like, what?
I'm sure you've already guessed this, but you've been relieved of your duties here.
Gaining the support of the new Katai was never your purpose. Am I right?
Miss Grace, give me back my friends!
She ain't gonna do that. Grace ignores Fatutu, shouts, and slightly furrows her brow. Is she mad?
Oh, Vertin. I could almost delight in your cleverness.
She is.
If it wasn't so damnably frustrating.
Right, she getting annoyed at Vertin. She like, you darn timekeeper. She snaps her fingers. Clink. A worn, oddly shaped spirit shell rolls to Grace's feet. She picks it up as if greeting a long-lost friend.
But there's no turning back now.
The room falls silent once more. There is no sound but the howling of the wind outside. A burst of static echoes from the lobby's speaker. Ooh, that loud.
Hello? Hello? Can't anyone hear me?
Hello, Ulrich.
This is Ulrich from the Plaza Storm Research Group.
Oh dear.
The radio broadcast jolts the already frazzled guests.
Whoa.
Our ears. The tinnitus-stricken guests look up. Her broadcast still hissing incomprehensibly.
Everyone! We found a material that our storm problem is.
The room falls briefly silent. Then it breaks into thunderous cheers and applause. I'm just as confused as you are, sir. What is going on? Nah, I'm gonna run it back later. That boss ain't gonna be the best of me. I promise you that. I promise you that. I will be back. Why is everyone slept on the floor? What's going on? Oh. The joy of his declaration has reached the hearts of the crowd. Woo! Amid the cheers, more and more masks are cast aside.
You never cease to amaze me, do you?
Alright. Finally, is this a win for the Foundation? For once?
Manus Vindictae have failed.
For once, they always win.
It would appear that way to you, wouldn't it, Miss Furton?
You jealous? We win for once.
How shall I congratulate you?
Okay, she's mocking us now. It's okay. A Manus messenger emerges behind Grace. She on her way out. Ma'am, we've arrived at the target location. We gathered all the remaining shells and are already ready to activate the teleportation ritual at any time. Did they want the shells?
Well, well, time does fly, as they say. Be seeing you.
No one likes your little pun. Grace opens her pocket watch one last time before casually tossing it aside.
But before I go, consider this a parting gift from your captain. For all time's sake.
Oh gosh, bye-bye ship. An explosion booms from the ship's depths. Grace gives an elegant bow.
Goodbye, my dear guest.
She's calculated.
From the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for this unforgettable journey.
Bye. Sure we'll cross paths again soon. Rumble. Trying to sink this ship. Oh. Trying to sink this ship, bro.
Those tin-headed bastards. They must have done something to it. Go see what you can from the deck, Charlie.
How about we get the lifeboats ready? The seasoned hailsmen hurry and make their way to the deck.
Damn it all.
Still raining.
Blow the hole straight to the starboard hole.
While the hailsmen pace anxiously, Barcarola suddenly realizes the gravity of the situation.
Gentlemen, you can't possibly be saying that the free breeze is going to sink.
Oh, we're saying the free breeze is going to sink. The ship's tremors again. It's as if they're on a battlefield.
What's worse, that explosion came from over by the lifeboats.
Oh, brother.
These bastards are hell-bent on making sure we all end up at the bottom of the sea.
Right. The sound of tearing waves, humming steel plates, and crying guests pours into the cabin through shattered portholes. The pitch-black sea stretches as far as the eye can see, its surface alive with turbulent, inky swirls. There is another wave of panic as the ship tilts once again.
Help us, Miss Barcarola. You promised to keep us safe.
Bro, she ain't a freaking captain. She an assistant captain.
You, miss. Aren't you from the Foundation or whatever? You said you'd protect us.
I'd be doing the same thing. I'm not even gonna fault them for that. The guests are desperately clinging to any chance of salvation.
Please line up, everyone. My suitcase should be able to temporarily shelter some passengers. Miss Barcarola, do you know how many passengers are aboard?
The musician clearly knows every detail about the free breeze.
About 1,600 in total. But I think
1,000?
many of them will be injured. I don't know how well they can move.
Wait, we're gonna move everyone,
My suitcase
even the
alone
dead
won't be
ones?
able to transfer that many people in time.
Suddenly, the communicator clutched in Soneta's hand makes a sharp sound.
The signal's back, Timekeeper.
Just as we suspected. They were jamming our signal. But how did they know our internal frequency?
She quickly brushes the question aside. There are more urgent matters to attend to.
This is Vertin. Please come in.
You know what would be tea? Someone in the Foundation is working with Manus. Oh my gosh. That'd be fire plot twist.
We are currently aboard the cruise ship Free Breeze.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
35 degrees south, 6501 degrees west. The engine has been destroyed by Manus Vindicte.
And you don't want to lose your precious timekeeper and #1 student.
There are more than 1,600 passengers aboard, but we won't be able to evacuate every passenger through my suitcase alone before the ship goes under. We are in need of immediate rescue.
Understood. We will dispatch rescue resources and personnel from the nearest branch as soon as possible. Before their arrival, please do everything possible to minimize casualties.
On it.
Miss Barcarola, could you point me towards the radio room? I believe our friends may be in need of help.
Of course.
So Neto jogs away in the pointed direction. The creaking of the ship planks grow louder, and its railings and rigid groan pain and rigging groan painfully. The sound carries on the freezing wind and whips at the ears of the crowd. Shivering from the cold, Barcarola remembers something.
Wait! Miss Grace wasn't the captain for long. It's possible she didn't know about the ship's backup lifeboats. They might still be intact.
Good thinking, Miss Barcarola. You're a natural-born captain.
So when did we make her a captain? Like, did she show any paperwork or...
Everyone, follow me!
How did that work, actually? It's interesting to learn that Barcarola made her own crackle box. And then she named it a crackle box. Because out of all the names, she didn't name it after herself, which is a beautiful thing, I guess. Sorry. What's a crackle box? Without regret. That's right. Sorry, I'm yelling. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, please. We back in Manus. Manus's mansion. Manus mansion. The room is cloaked in an oppressive shadow, as if harboring a menacing spirit. A gentleman emerges from the darkness.
You did well, Apostle.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, he's doing this on purpose. That's why his name Forget-Me-Not. Because you will not forget about him. He examines the spirit shells. The lifelong emotion of the Nukatai lightly clinking in his hand.
These are splendid. They will ensure the overflow of ritual energy will be properly contained. To be frank, I had my doubts about your capabilities.
Oh!
You're still wet behind the ears, and you haven't yet got enough blood on those hands of yours.
Oh, brother. You see the way you're talking? The apostle bows. Her pale hand is clinging to the doorframe.
I am willing to do anything for their return.
What's she talking about? Oh, there. As in... Probably Arcana. Forget-Me-Not offers her an encouraging smile.
Still, you surpassed my expectations.
He act like he in charge. Right now, Sophia's in charge, not you. Her hand is trembling.
You look tired. Life at sea must have taken its toll on you. Relax now. You're home.
Home, huh?
As you wish.
She takes a deep breath and hides her trembling fingers behind her back.
You will play an important role in our upcoming plans.
So that's his way of saying we'll see you again
Rest
soon,
well,
Miss Grace.
Apostle.
I will.
Grace's hand frees as she goes to close the door. Her hesitation is evident. You good, girly pop? Are you afraid of the water?
Thank you, Mr. Forget-Me-Not.
As she shuts the door, Forget-Me-Not outline blurs and a smile vanishes into shadows. Was it Az or Anne? Lore? Steadying herself, Grace slowly moves towards the faint glimmer of light. The wind whipping through the corridor causes her to shiver. What the frick? She presses her back against the door and slides to the ground. Trembling, she crawls into the nearest coffin. A display case meant for the next specimen. Does she need a new body already? She's freaky. No way she needs a new body. But she finna be resting for a little bit.
Please hold on to each other and follow the sound of my music.
Thank you so much, Miss Barcarola. If it weren't for you, we never would have survived. You're so courageous.
But what if there aren't enough lifeboats for everyone? Will we have to leave anyone behind?
The guests' shivering questions are scattered by the sea breeze. What about the suitcase? They shudder and stumble as they follow the music. The sky is dark, but the kerning clouds are no longer noisy. The cries of gulls and crashing waves merge with the weeping of the crowd. They make their way through the corridors and staircase for what seems like an eternity, their faces steeped in shadow.
I don't want to die like this. There are still so many things I want to do.
I want to go home. Even if this storm changes everything. I just want to go.
We have talked about it. And the Nukatai are willing to give up their spots if there aren't enough boats for everyone. We want to make amends for what happened earlier.
Oh, Fatutu!
Fatutu, this wasn't your people's fault.
Right.
The Free Breeze will not abandon any of its passengers.
She raises her crackle box high, her face flushed
You
red.
have my word as the official musical director. And I suppose, the acting captain.
Barcarola, what have you done to your crackling box?
Sinfonia Giosa, dividetevi con grazia.
Oh, you Barcarola, what was on phone? I remember you telling us how hard you worked to find it. I haven't seen one of those since my time in Galicia. Depending on the boat. Hey, Barcarola, you're not just a great musician, you're a kind so good. You say that.
Oh, honey bunches of oats. Oh, the freak. You're so sweet and so kind, and I'm so sad. Finding home on the waves. Oh. Seawater soaks the tips of her hair. The hem of her tweed skirt. Okay, I knew I found once again within the crackle box's nest against her. Its neck, body, and tailpiece interlocked. A small boat from the past, buoying her steadily. Wait, there was a violin in that, and she just said, "Gimme." Barcarola realizes a terrifying truth, one she long ignored.
It's just like what Papa and Mama said.
Our cheeky little pumpkin's violin should have a rich and bright tone. Not too sharp or unbalanced, just like her.
Let's ask Mr. Bell for some top-notch spruce or maple wood, the best that Cremona can offer. We'll need some glue for the neck joint and plenty of varnish.
Of course, this is a Cremona violin we're talking about. Most important of all, it will be a violin for our little Barcarola.
The voices sound so close. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, reverse, please.
I suppose
I cannot read nearly that fast. A gentle breeze blows as she finally recognizes the little wisp of smoke lingering in her heart. She clutches the violin even tighter.
Mama. Cremona.
A solid embrace infused with the scent of rain and warmth silently envelops, oh my gosh, her. The rain has finally stopped. The horizon shimmers faintly with gold light once more.
Did it.
Congratulations,
Timekeeper.
I should be the one congratulating you, don't you think, Mr. Fish Tank?
Girl food in the glass tank struggles to form a V.
It's an odd twist of fate, isn't it?
Indeed. I've just reported our findings to Laplace. With this, our research on the storm can finally advance to a new stage.
Yeah!
I've even managed to develop a taste for rock and roll.
Oh, bro.
Speaking of the storm...
Setsuko looks up at the sky, the reflection of the light on the water glimmering on her face. This unfortunate cruise has finally come to an end. So she was like, for real, just bluffing. She really tried to lie to the timekeeper.
Hey, here comes the sun. Woohoo! I never doubted you, timekeeper. There was no storm. Not this time, anyway.
Thank you for your continued trust, Anetto.
Always. The sound of the waves seems to fade as it's replaced by a new melody.
Smashing! This is sure to be the most fabulous boat party ever held. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Familiar and foreign songs from countless lands intertwine as voices carry gently over the sea. Regulus paddles fiercely toward the music.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope.
Is this the song Aiden sang?
Where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Da haben wir so manche schon, gesessen wohl in Vorruhen, und taten singen, die Lieder klingen im Eigengrund.
Au clair de la lune, on y voit comme peur. On cherche à la plume, on cherche à du feu.
Viejas melancolías, cosas de la mar, llegan con el silencio de la mañana, y cuando sale a verla, vuela a su casa.
Sul mare luccica l'astro d'argento, placide l'onda, prospero il vento. Venite l'agile, bacchetta mia, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
Oh.
You have a truly heavenly voice, Barcarola.
Right?
I've never heard that song before. Where's it from?
Oh, I know. It must be from Cremona.
No, it's a Neapolitan song. It has nothing to do with Cremona.
Why is she blushing? She's so cute.
That's a Foundation helicopter.
That island.
Is that? I did it. Okay, so this is the end of Last Evenings on Earth, Reverse 1999 2.4. You will be receiving this on the last day of the patch, but I just want to say that I'm not gonna lie, even though it took me a long time to play this one, I truly feel like this one is also one of my favorites. Oh, crazy, right? Because it took me so long to play it, you wouldn't guess, but I really love Barcarola, and now Fatutu, like Fatutu is just by the truthfulness of what she said has become one of my favorite characters, I think, in the game. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really like this patch. I do. And what I said before, I was being completely honest with you guys, that I feel like I noticed, and now it's the game that made me realize this, but I've been interacting too much with the negative parts of the community, and that's made me not love the game as much as I used to. But this patch has really revived. In a way, it has revived that in me, and now I really do love this game. Okay, I never stopped loving it, but you know, it made me realize that why exactly I stopped enjoying it as much as I did. And it was definitely one, like, I don't know, like a lot of, like, again, really a lot of life changes, but also just a lot of, I've been interacting with a lot of like the drama part of the community, which, to be fair, there's always gonna be drama in a community. But I think if any game should teach, like, if any game, it should be this one, that we don't, you know, we don't argue as much, because I feel like I don't want this to be just hatred. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I think I tried my best to explain it earlier. But yeah, really love this patch. I'm really excited for 2.5, believe it or not. My school semester's ending, so I should hopefully be able to finish that one fairly quicker than usual. But like when it comes to this game, I really like, it touches me somewhere here. Like, to me, it's not just a gacha game, it's like an experience, which is what I try to do with my content as well. Like, I don't think I put this much effort into any other game because, well, except for, I would do it for Zenless, but I really do enjoy games that feel more like an experience rather than I'm playing a game. Like, it feels more like something I can look back on and remember and call back on in my actual day-to-day life. And Reverse will forever be that for me, and I don't think anyone can take that away from me. And I hope it's the same way for you guys too. I'm not even glazing the game for any other reason other than I just genuinely love this game, and you know, I want to continue making content for it and doing fun stuff, and hopefully, you know, more cool stuff in the future. But for now, we have 4 hours left on this beautiful patch with beautiful music, beautiful characters, beautiful story, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, I'm really excited to see, of course I'm really excited to see what happens next in the story, and I also hope you guys are too. Yeah, and that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. 100%, like, I'm gonna read them. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure especially to hit that like button so I know you liked the video. I'm Reverse 1999. Also, please check out the keychains in the description. We definitely still have some left, and I would really appreciate it if you think about getting one, and you do, you know? They're really cool, they're really nice, and I feel like I don't promote them nearly enough, but I try to at the end of every video. But yeah, and hopefully we can make other characters soon, but we have to sell out a volume 1 first, guys, so please check them out and get your favorite character that we have. It's very much starter Team Burton, but hopefully we'll have more later on. Check out the Discord for more Reverse 1999 and all that good stuff. And follow me on Twitter and TikTok if you have a Twitter, and TikTok if you have a TikTok. I would say Twitch, but I'm really focusing on YouTube right now. But if you want to if you have a Twitch and you want to just follow me there for when I stream there again, which will definitely happen, just not right now, I'd really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. I was about to say something, but I was like, maybe I shouldn't say, maybe it's too soon. But I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, thank you guys for everything. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy the content and the game and all that good stuff. And just know, again, I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next Reverse 1999 video. Check out.